Haven't you ever heard about people being operated on when they're under hypnosis?
No, I don't believe in any of that.
Right.
Really?
All right, Kreskin, prove it. Why don't you hypnotize somebody?
Yeah, do me. Come on. What's the worst that can happen?
What the hell was that?
Time to hit the sack. I love you. I'm a happy guy.
He's a receiver now. He can't stop it. He can't slow it down.
What do you know about that girl, Samantha Kozak? She ran away.
What happened?
I'm supposed to take.
I want to talk to you. You're not yourself right now.
This is the most important thing that I've ever done in my whole life, in my whole stupid life. And you want me to just stop? Whatever door you open in my brain, I want you to shut it. Don't do that!
Can I ask you a question? Does it hurt to be dead?
And what's up, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore More Podcast. I am that not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing it in as always. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me as of today, let's see, what do we have? Let's see, Psychic something.
Psychic sons of bitches.
There you go.
Works for me.
That's fine with me. I love it. Let's keep it going. So, before we get into this amazing episode, let me do roll call. So, of course, we have the Chad Daddy himself, the Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, the Lord Scuba Cabra, and so many more that I can't even just go into that. Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
And guest host today, because we are missing our Meat Mountain because, well, he's chilling on the beach with the family. But we have the redhead of the dead herself, Miss Heather Dye.
What's up, Gorehounds?
Woo! Welcome. Today is September 15th, 2022. And we have, well, a head spinny kind of an episode today. But first, as always, Scuba, if you could, please.
Wait. Did you say September 15th?
Did I? Oh, my God. August.
Dude, you're still recovering from the con.
No, I am. All right. A, yes. B, I already started buying Halloween shit yesterday when I came home from the con. So I'm already kind of a month ahead. So, sorry. Yeah. Scratch that from the record. August 15th, 2022. Thank you, Chad Daddy, for that.
I didn't even catch it, so
Yeah, I missed it.
Dude, I mean, don't look at any of the pumpkins or anything behind me or by any fucking means. But yeah, man, we have an awesome episode. But Steve, if you could, please.
ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Salah!
Thank you, buddy. So, you know what? We're going to start right off with our guest host, Heather. How you been?
All right. I've been great. Well, I mean, my brother just called me the other day and he was like, how are you doing? I was like, I'm freaking fantastic. He was like, why? I was like, because I just got back from Monster Mania. So that was a blast because I got to meet Johnny and Bobby for the first time. And I met so many new people. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Oh, but the tip of the cake was meeting Lance Hendrickson with Bobby. We waited in line together for like an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half. So I got to just chill and talk to him that whole time. And then we got to meet Lance and he is the nicest dude ever, man. He like made a special connection with every person that he did an autograph with. Like he was so sweet. He took forever. That's why the line took so long because he takes his time with everybody.
Better than Busey's special connections.
Oh,
We'll talk about that in a second.
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
That'll get touched on. Wait.
Oh!
Poor choice of words. Poor search.
Don't
of
touch
words.
on that like Busey.
We're gonna get canned right now. Holy fuck! All right. Anyway, sorry, Heather, keep going.
But I was really proud of myself because I literally did not spend a penny. I spent $75 for my ticket and then gas and tolls to get there. I brought my own food, I brought my own alcohol, and I didn't buy a single piece of merchandise. So
You are way better than me. Fuck that.
And I had a blast. You know what
That's
was awesome? Was the panels and meeting all these people and meeting Lance Henriksen. I didn't have to pay to get his autograph. I got to meet him. That was good enough for me.
Getting the stuff from the vendors is half the fun.
Dude, that's all the fun for me.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, agreed. I had to buy a whole different piece of luggage to get my damn Kandarian dagger
Yeah, you did.
on the airplane with me.
Noted. Yes.
Like that right there. I mean, hanging out with the boys is great, but buying the shit that you can't find anywhere else. I mean, I was like, fuck, the guys are going to have to fucking ship this to me. And no, I went to Burlington, bought a big ass fucking duffel bag and brought that bitch home with me.
That's impressive though, Heather, honestly, because I do not have the willpower to go in and not come out with merch.
Same.
Right. Well,
some kind of merch, whatever it is.
My lifestyle is changing so dramatically. I'm like wanting physical possessions less and less. I'm trying to downsize. So my mentality is like changing. Not that I don't want to collect horror stuff, but I don't know. It's not as hard. It's not as hard to not buy as it used to be.
Minimalistic. I like it. Word.
Indeed.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add on before we hand it over to Scoops?
I don't think so.
All righty. Scuba Steve. How have you been, buddy?
I've been pretty fucking good, man. At the beginning of this year, I said out loud to myself, this is going to be my year. And so far, this has been the year of Scoob. Number 22 is my lucky number. So I was like, 2022 is going to be my motherfucking year. And let me tell you what, I have not been fucking disappointed. Last week was the last work week working for the school district I was working for. I used the last of my vacation time on Thursday and Friday. So technically Wednesday was my last day because I didn't go in on Thursday or Friday. So I just kind of home. I hung out at home and just like fucking just chilled. And then Saturday.
Was that your Halloween marathon?
Yes, with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She had never seen Halloween, and I was
nice.
I don't even know why I'm disappointed anymore when she says things, when she's like, oh, I haven't seen this, I haven't seen that. I just forget she's not from here. So
and you didn't find her in like the horror community.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you got to take it with that too.
Granted, she loves horror stuff. Like she has.
I know, but
yeah, she's just not. She's more into like horror photo shoots. So she had this idea for photo shoots that she made come to life, and it was called My Gory Story. So every photo set was a different story that she came up with. It was fucking awesome. But she's not a real big horror movie person. I mean, she is now because, of course, that's all I ever fucking watch is horror movies. But so we watched, we watched some movies and made her rewatch Return of the Living Dead. And we just had a chill 2 days with each other. And then Saturday, me and my ghost hunting team went back to one of the most haunted locations in the state of Texas, Yorktown Memorial Hospital. A buddy of mine was the sponsor for this investigation, so he rented out the hospital overnight. It was his first ever paranormal investigation, has never been to any kind of paranormal investigation before. And he walked in as a skeptic and walked out with shit in his pants. That's all I'm going to say. He did not spend the
literally?
night. No, not literally.
Oh.
But
he wore the brown
always
pants.
Stay.
Hopefully.
He did wear the brown pants.
All right.
But we always stay overnight at any location that we go to. We did our last push probably about 3 o'clock. They give that last hour. 4 o'clock came around. We're getting ready to turn down. He's like, all right, guys, I'm going back to Corpus. I'm like, what? It was like a fucking almost 2-hour drive. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we're going to sleep. He's like, no, I'm not sleeping here. I'm not sleeping here. I'm going to drive back. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But there was good reason. So we're doing a session in one of the rooms, a EVP session, and we're getting all kinds of fucking weird shit happening. We're hearing all noises. We split up into 2 teams. One team went downstairs in the basement, and one team went upstairs to the 2nd floor. And that place is super echoey. You try to tiptoe in that building, you're going to hear it across the hallway. So there was really no way that anybody could have snuck up on us or anything at all. And we had cameras everywhere. We had motion detectors everywhere. Well, we're sitting there and I'm like, if something's out there, throw something, make a noise. Well, we heard a fucking noise in the hallway. So Danny's already on edge. He's got goosebumps. Ben's freaking out. I'm freaking out because they're freaking out and it's freaking me out.
They're freaking me out, man.
Yeah. So, when I'm with Joe and Mike, we're good because, they don't freak out. So I don't freak out. And if I do freak out, they're like, calm the fuck down. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't the situation. Scoobs was in charge upstairs and Scoobs was on fucking edge. So I'm trying to be big boss man. And I'm like, okay, if there's something in here, go ahead and make the noise again. I bet you won't. Well, then we hear this loud fucking bang down the hallway. Scared the living fucking piss out of Danny, which in turn scared the living piss out of me because he jumped out of his seat and scared me. And you know what? I'm just going to play the video for you guys.
I was going to say, why don't we just
loaded
take a look
it
at
up.
this shit?
Let's roll that footage right here.
This beetle.
Did it go off again? All right, if there's somebody in the hallway, throw something again. You won't. Oh, shit! So right as I say, you won't, you hear something get thrown in the fucking hallway, and Danny immediately fucking jumps up. So where he was sitting, there was a hole in the wall. Like all the sheetrock was missing from that section of the wall. So you could see right into the fucking hallway.
Okay.
And so when we walked in, I was going to initially sit in that chair. And I said, no, I'm not sitting with the fucking hallway to my back. Not going to fucking happen. Is not going to fucking happen. So I sat in the chair so that way I could at least look. And so that was it for Danny right there. He pretty much was like, okay, I believe. I'm a fucking believer. Well, I called the guys on the radio thinking maybe they're fucking with us. And they're like, dude, we're in the fucking basement. And I'm like, you're fucking full of shit. So we get up and we go look. Sure as shit, there's nobody there. We walk downstairs thinking maybe I'll catch the guys on the first floor. Well, they like 5 minutes later, they came walking up from the basement. And I was like, dude, you're not going to believe what the fuck happened. So I watched the footage from the cameras that we had in the hallway. Nobody fucking ever went upstairs. Don't know what the sound was, but Danny was done after that.
Dude, it sounded so quiet, like nobody was farting in there and getting away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like it was pretty. Yeah.
So we did solo walkthroughs of the place as well, and the solos went a little better than for me they did pretty good. So Danny was the first one. So okay, here, and I haven't told Danny, so if he's watching this, he's gonna get really pissed. So the way we decided who was gonna go first in these walkthroughs, we put names in the hat, and whoever name we drew went first.
This is fair.
Well, what Danny didn't know is we all wrote Danny.
Oh, dicks!
Nice.
He obviously didn't write his name, so there had to be like one rando, right?
No, he wrote his name. He wrote it because that was the thing, is we all were going to write our own names.
Oh,
yeah, and so he
nice.
Yeah, he was the first one to go up, and he did okay at first. We got him to go into the chapel area, and we were telling him to read from the book of Revelation, and his anxiety just got to him, and he just came to the front. He's like, I can't move. I can't fucking move. I can't move. So he was like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. So he never left the fucking lobby area to go into the building by himself.
Yo, man, I could see that, dude. That probably fuck really with some people hard.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's scary. So I'm gonna play y'all one more clip real quick because this was my walkthrough, Mr. Badass Ghost Hunter Scuba, listen for the little bitty tap that I hear.
The itty bitty titty tap.
There's a little baby tap. Listen. Nope. 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 What that video doesn't show was after I said nope, 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 I took off running down the fucking hallway and got,
I did see that part.
The worst chills, dude. I felt like something was behind me. Like,
well, you
I don't know, man.
Shit, dude. What do you think?
And I was like trying to catch myself, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then the guys were like, you got to go upstairs. We're doing like an Impractical Jokers thing. You can't say no. You have to do what the other guys said. You know. Right. So, yeah, that was it. Came home, passed the fuck out because I did not sleep at all. Crashed the fuck out. Did my first day of my new job today, and it was fucking awesome. And now I'm here, and now Chad Daddy, it's your turn, baby.
Well, I didn't do much. Did some housework, and, that's pretty much it. I think it's basically all I did all week was just hang around the house, do some housework. Yeah, it's kind of, and
loving it.
So yeah, and Friday, I'm sitting there, making dinner Friday night, and I'm sitting there playing some music on Spotify on the little kitchen display, and got into some '80s jams playing, and "The Heat Is On" by Glenn Frey came on. I'm like, the heat is on. Like I kind of want to hear the rest of the soundtrack, so I put on some Beverly Hills Cop, and I'm sitting there digging it. I'm like,
I think
I'm gonna watch Beverly Hills Cop.
There you go.
Friday night I watched Beverly Hills Cop.
You were supposed to watch Sorority Boys.
I know, but fuck you. Beverly Hills Cop.
I can't find my DVD. I was trying to find it. I gotta look harder.
Only 4 people that know that are us. There was a really crazy Sorority Boys discussion in the Gore More chat.
Yeah, there was. It all started because of the whole
because Steel City. Right. Yeah, because they're having the small.
Because Rosenbaum's going to be there next in December.
I love Rosenbaum.
Did you see Welling's going to be there too? You
told me that.
Yeah, Smallville.
That thick ass man. So Brody says Steve's film was better than Nope. What's up, Brody? By the way, welcome.
He's probably not wrong. I'm in no rush to go see that.
Yeah,
don't watch it.
Jen. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean that's 2 of our boys that both said it. Yeah. So
it's a nope.
Yeah,
it's a nope.
Yeah, it's a nope for no.
It's so funny because like the norm, like the everyday people that go to see movies like us, that aren't the total fanboys, they're saying, it's a pretty shitty movie. But you can always tell the Jordan Peele fuckboys that are just beating off to this movie. Oh, it's awesome. It's another home run for Jordan Peele. I'm like, it's not what I'm hearing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean,
it made no sense.
That's for, listen, that directors have those fanboys for everybody. You know what I mean?
And everybody says the same thing. The whole subplot with the monkey was better than the actual movie itself.
And I didn't even understand the subplot.
All right.
It made no sense.
I have no, besides what you guys have told me,
nope.
I have
no
reason to see it. So
I'm good.
You want to go see Nope?
Nope.
I'm good. Nope.
Oh, I did have one other thing, but if you want, we could save it for nerd news.
If it's nerd news, then yes, I'll ask to save it. Okay. Chad.
But yes, aside from that, didn't do much. Got some. We started some Christmas shopping for the kids on Saturday.
Extremely early.
Okay.
No, the wife's already started ours.
Wow.
We went to Walmart. We had no intention of doing it, and there were just so many toys clearance. There are like these really nice Nerf guns. My son's really into Nerf guns now.
So I miss those days. I miss those days where my kids were okay with just toys, but
normally he's not. He hasn't been. He always wants like Switch games and stuff like that.
Hey, man.
But ever since we moved here and his cousin lives next door, they play the shit out of Nerf. So I'm going to get him a couple more Nerf guns.
Hell yeah.
Scoobs, at one point when you finally kick them all out, they'll actually start appreciating like socks straight up. Dude. You know what happens, dude. Come on. Yeah. You're like, dude, oh my God, I have to buy socks. Oh my God. Like,
dude, it is such a thoughtful gift.
Yeah,
it really is, dude. Because I never remember to buy socks, dude.
I love a brand new cushy pair of socks. They're so fucking great.
Steph is constantly buying me socks.
Should that be something we should try to sell? Is just some Gore more socks too?
That sounds like
I'd be down for that.
Gore and more
Like
socks
that?
with our faces on them.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, cartoon versions of your faces.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so Chad Daddy, anything else? Sorry.
Yeah. So, and what's really funny is we bought a bunch of stuff for the kids, and I found the I don't know if you remember this past year they reissued a bunch of the old Beast Wars Transformers.
Yeah.
All right.
I fucking bought Scorponok for $15.
Oh shit.
I bought it like,
dude.
do I want to keep this for the kid or myself?
You're getting your wife yelling at you.
Yeah, yep. You got called out. She said you yelled at me for buying them.
I have so many freaking socks. It's and then she bought me these. The last batch she got me was Sonic the Hedgehog socks, and half of them don't even fit over my wide feet, so it kind of sucks.
Steph, you go get them socks. Don't worry about it.
I hate when I get gifted socks and they don't go over my calves because I'm not a muscular guy, but my calves are the shit.
Same.
I will put my calves up against anybody's calves. My calves are fucking beast, but I wear long socks and they don't go over my fucking calves.
I have the same problem, buddy.
I hate long socks, dude.
I love long socks. I can't wear ankle socks. I cannot.
All day, dude. That's
I can't, bro. I can't.
Ankle socks or naked feet, bro.
See, and that's why I don't
I'm
wear
back
shorts.
and forth.
I only wear long
shorts
socks when I'm wearing boots, but otherwise, yeah, short socks.
Yeah, Steph's the six for the finish. Absolutely, Steph. Gore more approval. You can get them socks.
Do not encourage her. Do not encourage her.
I will totally encourage her, dude.
But at least she gets me cool. She gets me cool socks though. It's not like some kind of boring like tennis socks. They're like horror socks and not Gilmore Girls. I always say Gilmore. Good God, Golden Girls.
I would totally rock Golden Girl socks, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Yeah. They're great.
Yeah,
Johnny keeps the socks
I do. I am that dude that just like I'm gonna get the most usage out of it until I have to like it deteriorates.
You know,
like,
once the toe's sticking out, it's pretty much gotten all the usage you're gonna get out of it.
It's done.
Listen, that's what happens when you work in steel toes every fucking day, man. Socks just get ruined. That's why I don't get nice, good socks because there's no point, dude. You know what I mean? They won't last.
That's very true.
Anyways,
that's about it. Yeah. So back to you, Big Johnny D.
What did I do? Absolutely nothing. No, I went with the wife to Monster Mania. Never been. It was awesome. Met a bunch of friends. Spent way too much fucking money. I did not meet anybody because personally, that's just not my bag. I'm there for seeing the art of the cosplays and the art of the vendors. Like that's the biggest thing for me. Bought the sweet fucking hat among a bunch of other things, and this fucking amazing pillow. And I just absolutely love.
That is,
and I know
that's fucking great.
I know Chad Daddy definitely mentioned on that. And there was one vendor, dude, and I've always so like every show, and as you guys know, there's always like soap vendors and shit like that. And I never buy it, dude, but I'm always like, man, maybe I should, like, why not? Like, probably some really good fucking soap. So this one lady had it, dude, and the one bar I picked out was this awesome little Book of the Dead.
Necronomicon.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Soap of the Dead, baby. Anyway,
Nice.
it's a nice plum cider smell. And we bought a bunch of shit, dude. The wife bought Stay Puft Marshmallow Body Gel. Smells fucking delicious. What the fuck else, dude? We got some other shit. We got the daughter like this weird cat. I don't know if it's supposed to be the cat from Pet Sematary or not. But that one smells pretty good. It's like a raspberry. But yeah, dude, it was a fucking awesome con. So many vendors, dude. There was shit even into the third day that I was just like, how the fuck did I not see that? Because you just don't. And lesson learned, and for PSA for anybody else, if you only see 1 to 2 items and you think they might have storage in the back, do yourself a favor and just buy it then if you were considering just trying to come back and see it.
All right, what'd you miss out on?
I was going to get another one of these pillows for my sister, and that sold out. And then they also had an Ecto Cooler candle, which was also sold out the next time we tried to go back. I feel like there was one other thing maybe, but I can't remember. Oh, actually, yes, there was. So there was a dude selling these books, and it was it's like he's got 3 books. It's like a series he was trying to write, and it's called Spooky Basement. Kind of gives me goosebump.
Oh, I know that
guy. He was selling books and shirts. Shirts were like $5. So, anyways, like I noticed when I walked by, and he had his video game of his own shit too, which was cool. I was like, what? Like, yeah, it was on old school NES. It was sweet. So, anyways, like I was doing that thing in between nights where, like, you go back and you look at the hashtag for the Instagram, because if you're doing cosplay, you're seeing if anybody fucking put your photos up, blah, 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 blah. And I see that dude's post, and I'm looking at one of the cover art. And the cover art, I'm like, well, bro, that's very Ghostbusters-esque. It's straight up like, and the reason I said that is because on the side, it doesn't look exactly, but it's like a solid 90%. It's the fucking boogeyman, dude, from Real Ghostbusters.
Oh, I fucking hate that bastard.
Yeah, dude, I watched that episode today with my daughter too, just because of it. And in the front, there's this weird like French ghost chef, and I asked him, I was like, is that actually from the video game Sanctivus Slime? And he's like, no, he's like, not specifically. He's like, there is a French ghost though in there. He's like, your Ghostbuster shit. I'm like, yeah. So we started going on that shit. But anyways, he was out of that book that I wanted, but they had the shirt. So at least I got the shirt. And because he said I was the only person that's ever brought up is that about from Real Ghostbusters. And he said nobody's ever noticed that before. I'm like, how? I'm like, anybody that I feel like has ever watched that show. And like Boogeyman is a pretty specific fucking looking guy.
Yeah, he is.
Weird little goat legs, giant fucking head with crazy spiky mullet from fucking what's his name from fucking Lost Boys. But yeah, like, so he threw me a different book, and it's all about like some crazy video game shit where they all mold together and like, I don't know. So, and then he wrote some cool stuff in it, and he just threw me that for free because I just bought a $5 shirt. I was like, oh yeah.
Wow.
So that was awesome. I'm sad I missed out on his book. He had one more. I was like, well, can I buy that? He's like, I already sold it. And the shittiest part is he's done. This was his last like pump to get rid of shit. And I was like,
oh god damn.
No. He goes, maybe I'll reopen it in the future. He's like, but yeah. I was like, well, fuck me sideways. So, PSA from me, if you're thinking about getting it, just fucking bite the bullet and do it. Like, treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Yep, I've learned that.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Joe.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on? Yes, the wife bought this sweet Beavis and Butthead House of a Thousand Corpses where they're Otis and Captain Spaulding. Nice.
I saw y'all's cosplay, by the way. Y'all fucking killed it, man. Like,
you
and Jen, both of y'all fucking killed it. It was great,
dude. That was I got it was sweet more on the second day because she got to suffer with wearing a mask too. Yeah, but she got to realize how shitty it is. Like, it's like, oh, I need air. It's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. But I love that shit. Like, I love couples cosplays. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking love that shit.
But here's the thing, and I kept yelling at her because like people wanted pictures, and she thought they just wanted pictures of me. But it's like, no, they're talking to both of us. So she kept skirting to the side. I'm like, no, get your ass in here. Like, but she doesn't really go to you know what I mean? So this was she has. I'm not saying she hasn't. Like, she's done a few Ghostbuster stuff with me and everything, but we haven't done where we've just gone ourselves since 2013.
Holy shit, dude.
Damn.
Oh, so John, so I got to ask you, how did this stack up to other cons? Because I know this was your first. It was my first time too, but I've been to the Hunt Valley one. But you've been to a lot more horror cons than I have.
So, I mean, this was like the biggest like horror con I've. Well, I mean, like.
So it's
okay, I shouldn't say that because Scarecon back in like 2013 in those days was pretty fucking big, but this was pretty big in the fact that because like those were at casinos and stuff, so like there was a lot more traffic than even, you know what I mean, like just like having a hotel. But the fact that this was just a hotel and you got motherfuckers in line for over 4 hours to meet David Arquette, which I'm sure David Arquette is an amazing soul, but fuck that dude, I would never do that.
Yeah.
There'd be some hard motherfuckers for me to I would really have to sit down and think about it for somebody to wait for 4 hours for it.
Dude, I wouldn't even wait 4 hours for Robert Englund. Sorry, not happening.
The only thing I've ever waited for that long, I think, was like when the Nintendo Wii was coming out, dude. And I was like, I'm going to fucking do the Black Friday, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? That bullshit. And that was it. And yeah, I was like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, for a person, I don't know, man. I don't know,
Anthony,
dude. It just
the Aliens reunion was sweet. He says he thinks it might be the last one that they do on the East Coast.
I couldn't see that because I was in line for the costume contest, but I heard Lance Hendrickson was drunk off his fucking ass.
I didn't know if he was drunk or if he was just acting kind of crazy like Busey.
Well, I'm not going to.
Hilarious though.
No. I've heard from multiple sources that dude was definitely hitting the sauce.
That makes more sense because the next day when I met him, he seemed completely different.
Hey,
right.
Better to hit the sauce than hit the rocks like somebody at Steel City Con last year.
Boom. Wait. Oh, yes. So anyways, we're 30 minutes deep into the shit, and we haven't even got here to what we're talking about. So fuck all this shit. I'm done. I'm out. We're here to talk about what we are here to talk about today.
Yeah, buddy.
And whose pick was this?
This was mine.
Chad Daddy, take it away.
Okay, today we're here to talk about Stir of Echoes, released September 10th, 1999. And here's that sweet little plot rundown. Tom Witzke is a fairly typical working-class guy living in Chicago with his wife Maggie and his son Jake. One night at a party, Tom gets into a lively discussion with his sister-in-law, Lisa, who believes in psychic communication and the power of hypnosis. He challenges Lisa to hypnotize him, and she plants in him a post-hypnotic suggestion to be more open-minded. But the results aren't quite what Lisa or Tom expected. Tom now senses an air of terrible dread throughout his house and is convinced that evil lurks just around the corner. He also sees the spirit of a girl from the neighborhood who disappeared months ago, and Jake sees the spirit as well. Over time, the young woman's story comes to the surface, and Tom begins a hunt for her body that puts him and his usually understanding wife Maggie in grave danger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it.
So this sweet baby was directed by David Kopp, who did Secret Window and Ghost Town, written also by David Kopp, who's done a lot of work, but mostly most famous for like Jurassic Park and Spider-Man. And this is also based on the book by Richard Matheson, who also wrote I Am Legend, and believe it or not, did the screenplay for Jaws 3D.
You know what? I like Jaws 3D, and I'm going to stand on that hill.
Same.
I don't care. Jaws at SeaWorld is an awesome concept, and I fucking love it.
Dude, growing up, SeaWorld was my favorite place.
Right?
So, I fucking loved it.
I didn't have SeaWorld because I'm fucking where the fuck I am, so I had to go to Canada to Marineland, which is
had SeaWorld was a few hours away because it was over by
it's very
Aurora.
fitting for more Jaws 3D, actually, because it's more
Although I gotta say, I never really understood SeaWorld being in such a landlocked area like that.
Yeah.
But it's gone now. Now it's just an empty lot. Produced by Judy Hoffland, who did 8mm, who Brody just recently discovered for the first time and is disappointed that he hasn't seen it before. It's a very fantastic movie. Also, Murder on the Orient Express, and Gavin Poloni did Panic Room and Zombieland.
Yeah,
Nice.
Great movie.
So who wants to do the next bit? Scuba? Heather?
I'm going to say Heather.
Yeah, let Heather do it.
Starting at the bacon.
Starring Kevin Bacon, Friday the 13th, Tremors, and Wild Things, as well as many others. As Tom Witzke, Catherine Urbe from, that's right, Mighty Ducks, D2 Mighty Ducks, Law and Order Criminal Intent, as Maggie Witzke. Zachary David Cope, the wedding singer, as Jake Witzke. I didn't know he was in Wedding Singer. Eliana Douglas, Cape Fear, the new guy, as Lisa. I hate her. Jennifer Morrison, House, Once Upon a Time, as Samantha Kozak. Lisa Weil, Gilmore Girls. Yeah, she was so bad in Gilmore. I mean, she was so bitchy in Gilmore Girls.
Dude, I was sitting throughout that whole movie trying to figure out where the hell I knew her from.
I knew the second I saw her.
and when I did the show notes this morning, I'm like, oh, God, that's right.
How to Get Away with Murder, as Debbie Kozak. Kevin Dunn, Godzilla and Transformers, as Frank McCarthy. Lucia Struss, 51st Dates and Miss Congeniality 2, as Sheila McCarthy. Shallon Williams as Adam McCarthy. Connor O'Farrell, CSI Dark Skies, as Harry Damon. And Steve Rifkin as Kurt Damon.
So, really quick, let me just say congratulations to you. And
are you going to say the same thing I was going to say?
You did it so much better than Bobby.
That's exactly what I was going to say, John.
Oh,
I was going to say,
poor Bobby.
Did better than Bobby.
Poor Bobby.
You did not.
Poor
we love
Oogie
Bobby.
Spoogie.
We love Bobby.
We do.
Spooky.
That motherfucker, man. Like I said, that dude. I didn't even shout out to Bob. It was his birthday weekend, by the way. Sorry,
yeah.
I don't go back in the shit, but it was doing this, dude. This is who I would really truly shout out. His lady Rebecca. She is awesome as fuck. She threw this huge party, dude. Planned it with a couple of other Bob's friends, dude. Got a bunch of pizza, dude. It was a good time. Big ass room. So he definitely had a good weekend. And fuck yeah, man. Shout out to two of them. I hope they're enjoying themselves on the coast. But anyways, let's continue this on. Steven.
All righty. Ew, don't call me by my government name.
Steve.
Music by
Stevie.
Music by James Newton Howard, Flatliners and King Kong. Cinematography by Fred Murphy, The Mothman Prophecies and Freddy vs. Jason, two of my favorite movies. Edited by Jill Savitt, Buffy the Vampire Slayer and The Secret Window. Effects and makeup by John D. Milnack, The Relic, Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning.
The Relic.
I haven't seen
There's
that
a
one in
movie I haven't
long
seen.
time.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Distributed by Artisan Entertainment, runtime of 100 little people, MPAA rating R. Budget $12 million, gross $21.1 million.
They almost just flipped it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's discuss, and I'm gonna even say it because I don't give a shit, because this is an amazing fucking movie.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Chad, thank you for throwing this in for this
I
month.
was happy to, and believe it or not, since this show started, I've been debating throwing this on. But I always thought it was a little too high profile for us. You know, we kind of like more like a Night of the Demons kind of stuff. But you know
what though? I remember you guys hardcore being about that rule. And I feel like when you brought me in, I was just like, no, man. Because I remember having this debate with you guys. And I was like, listen, dude, you got to have a few high profilers in there to get some people that would not normally watch us for all the other bullshit.
I agree.
Like, hey, we might check this one out because, you know what I mean? Way more of the field is going to scope that out. But anyway, sorry, continue going.
But yeah, this was, you know, my pick. I've loved this movie ever since it first. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I saw it when it first came out on home video back in the day. And it's unfortunate because this movie didn't do well because it's kind of overshadowed by The Sixth Sense. Because that came out only a few months earlier, and it didn't do as well because, you know, nobody wanted to go see another ghost movie. And it also came out after Blair Witch Project.
I think Stir of Echoes is better.
Oh, it is. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And the problem is, it's not even Sixth Sense. It's more Shining.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
this, and that was a point that I wrote down.
I wrote that down too.
It's funny that everybody says that this was influenced by The Shining, which it's more like the opposite because the book was written well before The Shining was written by Stephen King.
Yeah, but this could easily take place in that universe.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck
that's
yeah,
the Shine.
dude.
They had the Shine, literally.
It's the X-ray, dude. You know what I mean? They just called it something different. But that whole scene, if that does not remind you hardcore of the ice cream eating scene and from The Shining, then you've never, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole. I got instantaneously. From
because they were. I mean,
I wanted to watch The Shining, dude.
Telepathically,
I was just like,
yeah.
And he's, dude, the whole.
And
thing.
you know, I feel like this movie fucked me up in the head. Because I remember this movie differently. I think I'm from another dimension, guys, and I crossed over because it's.
Well, no,
I remember the movie differently.
You can thank CERN for that.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad. I would say that's just what the fuck is it, dude?
The Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. Yeah.
So I remember and like that's why when we were watching or when we did last week's episode, I was like, doesn't this one have a part where it takes place like in the 70s or something? Because what I remembered was that they killed the girls when they were younger and they find the body and they had like this whole scene that took place like in the 70s when they were kids. So that's why I remember a completely different fucking movie. Like, and
I feel like I do know a movie like that where you were talking, but obviously this wouldn't go with the whole like 6 months missing thing. So.
Yeah. But it was like that she was missing like for a long time.
I do feel like I know what you're talking about though. Like there is something similar with like flashbacks to the 70s.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just because of the way the flashbacks, because they are flashbacks, maybe there's just that. You know what I mean?
Man. I just in my head, I was like, that.
It's the Berenstein Bears, dude. Not
exactly. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I love this movie. It's such a great movie. Watching it again was like watching it for the first time.
It's been a long time, dude.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I do remember that I had it on VHS when it, came out, and I would watch it all the time. And it's just such a great movie, man. And Kevin Bacon's such a good fucking actor. Like he's just, I don't know. You can't say anything bad about Kevin Bacon.
So to add to that point, the layers that his character has in this is just awesome. You know what I mean? Because he starts out as that simplistic everybody, man. I feel like we've all been in his spot where you just you know, you're getting a mundane rut and you just fucking are just pissed off and you want to do better because I don't have to explain it. You watch the fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then like when this shit gets unlocked, dude, and now he's like, dude, it's like when you sometimes get on that drive, man, like you can't lose that focus. But obviously like this focus was going to potential dangerous situations throughout all his life. He's not going to work. You know what I mean? It's affecting everything. It's affecting his relationship. It's strengthening his bond with his child, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you look at it like that, like that's a whole. I threw this question to the wife. I hope she's watching. And she was even like, "Don't even fucking go there." And I was like, "Yo, man." I was like, "What if Julie and I started doing shit like that?" And she was like, "No, nope, 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 nope."
Oh, that's
And
gonna
I
be
was
me and Harper now.
right? Like, I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Me and Harper just gonna start pretending we see ghosts just to freak out Steph.
Right. I mean, like, I think anybody gets that little bit of paranoia, dude, when people are talking and then you enter the room and then they both stop and look at you. Because then you're like,
Yep.
What the fuck were you talking about?
Right. Like, what are you all talking about? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Like,
and I mean, and they completely fucking ignored her. Like,
yeah, dude.
Did not pay any attention to her at all. She wasn't even in the damn room. But were they talking to each other psychically? And
I don't think so. I don't think they were.
No, because I don't think obviously Kevin Bacon couldn't control it at that point. You know what I mean?
And he was only a receiver.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
where his son was like, full out like whatever Neil was, like if he's Professor X, the little dude is the next one.
The little dude is Jean Grey.
I would love that shit. Like,
I don't
hypnotize me. I want to see if that shit really happens.
And I don't know if this is wrong or not, but I really just like the older black gentleman being the psychic mentor. I don't know why. I dig it. Dude, that's why I'm saying, like, how could you not think of The Shining in that moment? Man?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
I just wish he had a bigger role though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Well, like,
I love that character.
they brought him into that weird part where he explained the shit in the alleyway. But yeah, dude, like I wish, like, give us like one more maybe like nugget of him coming in and talking to Bacon.
What was going on in that room?
Exorcism.
Good question.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think exorcism or some shit was going down. Could be wrong. But
I thought it was more like an AA kind of thing, but for like psychics or something.
Yeah.
That was kind of the impression that I got.
All right. I mean, it could go either way, dude. It seemed very like open. It seemed very open window. Yeah, right. So, I mean, is there anything else that we?
Hey, hold on a second. Anybody else hearing that echo?
Hello?
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 No echo.
It's gone now.
Okay.
Okay, it's gone now.
All right.
Whatever was gone.
Sound check. Sorry,
Hello,
everybody. Welcome
hello,
to the shit show. Yeah, right. All right. So we all really love this movie. Kevin Bacon obviously is the shit. Hunky as hell coming in, just giving us phenomenal acting like levels, dude. This character just breaks it down. That whole scene with him digging the holes and he just having that freak out, like, I love it because he has those, like, I almost start thinking of like Hollow Man, dude, because he has those like dangerous tendencies where you're just like, yo, dude, is he gonna like fucking smack her or something? You know what I mean? Like, dude, like, you don't want to think that, dude, but he's just like, because he's so fucking riled and shit.
The best part of that scene though is when his kid's digging and he looks at his wife. He's like, "Don't worry, I already checked. There's nothing there."
Yeah.
But like, what
That's
was
my
with
favorite
the
scene.
fridge? The fridge full of
With
fucking
orange juice?
juice. Like,
I figured
what the fuck?
I figured okay, so he always gets thirsty from the shit, and the shit keeps happening more and more. But maybe it was something specifically with the orange juice that like he thought triggered those moments more because it was. I don't know. That was just.
I thought it was more for
spitball.
just like rejuvenating energy from the encounter.
But that was a lot of orange
That could
juice,
be.
though.
I know it's a lot, but like I don't know. That seems to be a go-to, like in those kind of situations. It was a ridiculous amount though, but he's starting to go crazy.
That is also true. That was a crazy scene. It's like pour, just. All right, you gonna drink that? Like, God damn, man. See, vitamin C helps him see. See, that's what I was. All right.
Vitamin
There we go.
C.
I like it. I like it. Rob, you win the trophy for
That's
today.
someone I just met at the con.
Hell yeah, Rob, you win.
Nice.
You win the internet for today. We're gonna post that shit up right there. Absolutely, I agree. So clearly we all like it, and I'm not saying we can't discuss this any further, but I say we take a look at what the Saucy Aussie wants to think about this movie.
There we go.
Whoop.
Well, howdy doody, folks. It is I, your DKB, here back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about A Stir of Echoes. Now, A Stir of Echoes to me is nothing more than a highly underappreciated horror film, let alone a psychological or supernatural horror film. And I love how the premise itself is a nice little unique twist on the psychological horror aspect about it. I mean, the twist at the end is not really in your face, but it's a nice send-off to the end of the film. Like, it comes full circle, and we are, as an audience, are like, not relieved, but we're just happy that he was able to, achieve his goal in the end. Because we actually see the old Baconator go through some fucking shit, especially in his character development, the layers of one coming to terms and grips with unlocking this thing inside your head where you can actually see a ghost. And it's like trying to come to terms with that, dealing with it. It's especially from a guy like him that was really disregarding, like, I don't believe in any of that shit, and now that he has to swallow his pride a little bit and accept the fact that he can see ghosts. So it's all a little bit too much for him, and it's great to see his character not break down so much, but him breaking the character down in these physical emotions of one's persona trying to grip with this shit in real life. I mean, he's supported by a fantastic group of actors in this. I mean, they give it all. I mean, the acting in this is absolutely fantastic. This film itself is actually quite intense in certain moments, especially some little flashback scenes. I think that's a nice little touch, and the way they were able to colour grade the flashback sequence to the modern day era. I mean, the cinematography is nothing really special, but it does give that claustrophobic feel about it in some scenes, especially in the basement scenes. Especially the lighting of that one light that you get just sort of orbs around Kevin Bacon's character, and then we get the reveal of the girl in the chimney or whatever the fuck it was in the basement. Spoiler alert, I do apologise. But yeah, I mean, overall, this film is, like I said, it really deserves a lot more love and attention. I mean, I haven't really got much else to say about it other than the fact that, yeah, it's a fantastic fucking movie. And if you have not seen this film, definitely go out and suss it out. I don't really want to give too much away. That's the other thing, too, if you haven't seen it. But I suppose if you're here watching and listening to the show, then you have seen it. So anyway, I'm going to give it a fucking Gore score. I'm going to give it a 3.9. 3.9. It's your DKB signing out, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. Cheers.
Wow.
Thank you, Brody.
I expected higher from him. I know he loves bacon.
No, I feel like that's about right.
Yeah, that's a fair score.
Because, like, it is a fantastic movie, but it's still got that overly produced kind of edge to it, where I feel like that probably might throw some stigma on it for Brody. Like you said, like, cinematography wasn't really anything to bark at, nothing.
Sure.
I mean, there's no specific shots right now that stick out in my mind that, you know what I mean, like, that really stick with me, except for I do like him floating in the theater. I like the whole, like, going into the dream stuff. That I thought was fantastic. And I always kind of wondered if that would actually, like, you always wonder if when they put this hypnotism shit in the movies, if it accidentally hypnotizes anybody watching the movie.
So every time I go to Alamo Drafthouse, one of our theaters that we have here, they always have this very hypnotic intro. I never look at it because I'm like, they're trying to hypnotize me. Fuck that shit. And so I won't look at it. I will never fucking look at it.
Is there some crazy low bass tones, dude, while it's happening? And you're just like, no hope.
Yep, not going to do it.
That's how they get you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, I don't even think I could be hypnotized because I feel like my brain is just too ADD for that.
And you know what, Chad? The guys like you that say that they can't get hypnotized are the ones that are crying like babies when you snap your fingers.
I'm so mad because I had a chance to do it. Did you guys ever have a hypnotist come to your high school?
No.
Okay, so
Why would they do that?
Because why the fuck not? It's
Oh,
awesome.
that seems dangerous.
I had
No.
Mr. T come to my high school, but not a
That's cool.
hypnotist.
No. So
that's better. I'd rather see Mr. T.
No, this was like one of like during our field days, like during like end of days where there wasn't really anything done, like regents were done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever.
Yeah.
There was just filler days. So because you got to get that money from the state. Anyways, how like they had this hypnotist come in and you had to fill out a form, and my dumbass like forgot to hand in the form, so I didn't get to go up and do it.
Damn.
But so everybody, so they had like a bunch of kids up, but he had an exercise, so you had to do a bunch of like trust falls and stuff because he had to try to like weed out the people who could potentially, you know what I mean? Because some people just can't be hypnotized. Like what they say in the movie is legit. Only certain people can, blah blah. And so he weeded them down, and one of my buddies did it, and he claims I still didn't know if he was fucking me, but he swears to God, he's like, dude, I did not do shit. But the shit that this dude had him do was fucking hilarious. Cause like this guy was also like almost like a stand-up comedian, and he was just using these fucking kids kind of at his act. And it's as fucked up as it is, but it's like he would make like one kid, like anytime he'd snap his finger, dude, like case in point, like anytime he'd snap his finger, my buddy would just magically like slip out of his chair, dude. You know what I mean? Like he just couldn't hold on to the chair. He'd just be like, what the fuck? And he would do it. And we were just like, were you doing that on purpose? He's like, doing what? We're like, slipping out of your chair. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're like, we're talking about when he's like, dude, I did not do it. I'm like, bro, they videotaped it. You could watch yourself fucking do it if you don't believe it. Like, I truly believe it legit happens, dude. Like,
could you imagine if there was like years later effects of it, just like
right, like somebody just snaps and he just falls out of his cliff,
dude?
That would be terrible for like driving or something like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like if he's got somebody in the front, like who's just yelling at him, and they're like, "Yeah, well, mother."
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. Right. That was exactly what mine was.
That'd be great. Hypnotist forgets to bring him out of it.
Oh man, but yeah. So okay, so you got it in show notes. All right. So once again, I feel like, dude, Brody hit kind of everything on the head. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about before we throw it over to Chad Daddy here?
I do want to talk about the ending real quick, where it shows
go
them,
ahead.
where it shows them, obviously what they, they solved the murder. And that's another thing is that this, as much as this is a psychological thriller and a ghost movie, it's also a whodunit, a murder mystery.
It is. Dun dun dun.
But no, like at the end where it shows them. Yeah, and so they're moving out, they're driving away, and everything seems normal. And the kid's just looking out the window, and every house they drive by, he just hears all these voices.
Yeah, it was really cool, and a little bit terrifying.
Yeah, because Dad might be done. I'm assuming that he's no longer receiving, but the kid, he can't turn it off like that.
Right.
We don't know for sure that the dad's not still receiving. Yeah, we don't know for sure.
We can assume because
well, there's a stir of echoes too.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with that.
But does he play the same character?
No.
Oh, damn it! All right, never mind. I thought just Rob Lowe took over for Kevin Bacon. I was hoping.
No, he's like a soldier from Iraq or some shit.
Boo.
No, but you know what? Did you guys ever see those old Comcast commercials that Rob Lowe did back in the day?
Maybe
Comcast down here.
I don't.
Oh, he did these funny promos for a Comcast where he always did like different versions of himself, and there was one called Super Creepy Rob Lowe.
Oh God!
And Super Creepy Rob Lowe could be the same character.
Yeah,
yeah.
All right,
go to YouTube and look up Super Creepy Rob Lowe and see what it comes up with.
This was pre Parks and Rec, right?
I believe so.
Parks and Rec would have been 2007. So yeah, Stir of Echoes 2 probably was like 2002,
2007,
2003.
Oh, yeah, 2007.
It was?
Yeah, Star of Echoes 2 came out in 2007.
Well, Rob Lowe didn't come in. Rob Lowe didn't come into like second, third season though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he could have made that and then it sat on the shelf for 2
years.
Yeah,
true that.
Ooh,
yeah.
Fair. All right.
Chad, so you mentioned genre. Do we consider this fringe horror or full horror?
I'd say it's full horror because of the ghost activity.
But is it a ghost movie or is it?
I would say so.
Yeah. This is definitely like it fits in multiple categories because like still
The
psychological obviously is where we're kind of going with the theme for the month or whatever. But.
Right, and murder mystery.
I would say that it's still, considered ghost because of the, like it says, like the cold spot activity, things like that. But again, that may not have been actual true cold spots. That could have just been because it was cold when she died and he was flashing back to that.
I mean, she was making cold
I didn't
spots like
think
in the
about
tub, but she was making like cold spots in the tub and stuff.
Well, that's true. She did.
That's true.
She was like, "Hey, yeah, open for interpretation." Thank you, Steve. All right. So, anything else before we hop aboard, or actually, no, spread the cheeks, I should say.
Let's hop aboard and spread them cheeks.
Hop aboard and spread them cheeks, Chad. What do we got?
Right, let's ride this train. Contrary to popular belief and the accepted myth, hypnosis is not like it's portrayed on TV. No hypnotist can make you bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken if you don't want to. It's more of a very relaxed state in which a skilled hypnotist can reach recesses of your mind and help you recall details of memories that you would have otherwise forgotten. Anytime you see on TV where someone says a keyword and someone else clucks like a chicken, it is absolutely fake and false. That's just not how it works. In fact, most of the time, patients know when they are under hypnosis, but just feel as if they're in a very relaxed state and very subjective. It's a very different experience than what you see in the movies and on TV. So I had to get that little disclaimer out of the way first.
So it's like being roofied.
Pretty much. That's what
In
it
a way.
sounds like. Verbally roofied.
Verbally roofied, yes.
That's a superpower right there.
Okay, so in the scene where Tom gets angry after digging in the backyard and kicks the bucket towards the wall, it was not supposed to hit and break the window. This was a happy accident, and it was used in the film as Kevin Bacon stayed in character and continued the scene.
I was
almost
going to bet money on that because that just did not look planned by anyone.
I mean, it's a rental house. Why the fuck would you fucking break a window? You know what I mean? Like, that's what popped in my head. Like, bro, you're renting this house.
I don't know. The way he was digging up the basement, I don't think he cared.
He was already destroying the fucking house, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
And then he's like $800 a month. I'm like, I fucking wish I could get a house like that for $800 a month.
First of all, you're talking 99 prices, dude. You easily, I mean, yeah, around my area, you easily could have, dude. But that's just my fucking.
And in Chicago, it didn't look like that great of a neighborhood, too.
Yeah.
So.
In the ghetto. Although they were having some sweet block parties and shit, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So, yeah. It's all right. Anyways, Chad Daddy.
Okay. In the hypnotism flashback scene, there is a scene of a safety pin being struck through Tom's hand. This was not a special effect. A stuntman was paid to come in and have a safety pin pushed through his hand for the scene.
Wow.
Ouch.
Was he hypnotized when it happened?
Probably not.
So, like, okay.
You just got to go through the cartilage, though. I mean, it'll still hurt, but...
But did you guys ever do that shit where you, like, went through your calluses, though? Like, with them? You know what I mean? You just, like,
fucking...
you just, like, you would go all the way through there. You could be like...
You do it with your fingertips, and then sometimes you went too deep, and you're like, oh, fuck!
So, like, you know, everybody does it.
Oh, yes.
That's like the thing of, like, putting, like, glue on your hand and then peeling it fucking off.
Yeah.
Maybe kids nowadays don't do that shit. I don't fucking
know. No, they don't. They don't live the good life like we did.
They don't need to mutilate themselves for entertainment.
Don't burn themselves with rubber erasers.
Hi, Mom.
Oh shit!
Hi, Heather's mom.
Hello, Heather's mom.
Terrible thing for her to pop in. Oh my! All right, Chad, Daddy, let's continue this.
The hypnosis sequence in which Tom is hypnotized for the first time follows actual hypnosis techniques used by professional hypnotists. In order to ensure that the audience hasn't been put to sleep, and some susceptible people have been, there's a musical accent at the close of the sequence to wake everybody up.
Because, all right, well, thank you for answering that, dude. Because I always wonder that because I'm like, man, I want to try it. But I want to watch the movie, and I don't want to get accidentally hypnotized.
So I was sitting in my office today watching this because I can't log into any of my shit. So I was just folding clothes all day in my office. And when the scene came up, I watched it, and then I put it back a bit because I was like, okay, here we go. I'm going to hypnotize myself. And I tried, and it didn't work. And I was very disappointed.
That you know of. But he's like Chad that he said they put in a chime in there that's supposed to not allow you to be just in case you did. I wonder what that chime is. Now I want to watch that scene again to see if there's just like, I wonder if it's just like a ping or interesting. Thank you for that, buddy.
Ding dong, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Johnny's gonna go back and watch that, and he's gonna be staring at the screen like Ray at the end of Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, right, dude. Just instantaneous. Yeah, dude. If I start digging fucking pits in the backyard, y'all know.
I have to dig.
Yeah, right. Dig. All right,
Get
what
a
else
hold
we
of
got,
me,
Chad?
Jen, and I'll come
On the-
investigate him.
Yeah. On the couch, the babysitter reads The Shrinking Man by Richard Matheson, the author of A Stir of Echoes, the basis for the movie.
Nice. Awesome.
When they were setting up the scene where Maggie leaves Jake at a relative's house, it was realized they'd gone over the number of hours the child actor that plays Jake could work due to strict Hollywood child labor laws. Crew members had to run from house to house in the neighborhood they were filming in to find a child that looked enough like him to appear as a background character after their parents' approval and a very quick haircut to be able to complete the shot.
Oh, shit.
Yo, man, but you know what? Say what you will, man. Those laws, as strict as they may be, I would say maybe even probably should be some stricter.
Probably.
Yes.
Just saying, man. There's a lot of kids that get mistreated completely in the industry, dude. And that's not even just by like the industry themselves, dude. This is
Yeah, I don't think that has to
also,
do with them working so much as what happens behind the scenes.
Well, no,
the
even
cameras
that,
are
or
off,
just like shitty parents, dude. You know what I mean? Those are the parents
Also
that
true.
literally just push their kids through this shit because that's what they fucking wanted. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
You know, my daughter had a chance to go to a school that Lar Park Lincoln runs, and
Okay.
like she wanted her bad. She was like calling and, hey, like, can we get her? Just because she said my daughter had this exotic look where she could play Hispanic and she could play like other races and stuff, and she wanted her like super bad. And I was just like, nah, man, like I can't. I don't want her in that.
You don't want to put her
industry.
in that life, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God, like, I know it's for entertainment value and shit and everything, but there's good stuff in the entertainment industry, and then there's obviously terrible stuff that we all know
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
So
dude, I
it's-
like my privacy too much. I wouldn't.
I just, yeah. Brody said he used a kid in his short film, and the rules are insanely strict. And like I said, as they should be, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I know it sucks probably from the filmmaker side and everything else in production, full out. I can understand that, but I mean, you're putting a kid who technically shouldn't even be working.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yep. I mean, and the parents are the ones getting the check, you know?
Yep.
right, and how the parents are is, you know what I mean? Like, those parents can be complete assholes. That kid might not ever have any fucking money.
Yeah.
There's
So
always
we
that
did
chance,
we did a vampire movie one time, and we needed a little kid, and my character hands the little kid off to the vampire king as a fucking like offering. And I was like, well, just use my kid, you know? So Sam was like, she was like maybe 3 years old. And I'm in fucking like all black with a fucking like black cowboy hat and fangs. And
yeah.
fucking everybody else looks all fucking like really crazy fucking vampires, man. And I just, you know, she was supposed to like kind of fight it, but she just walked all happy. Like as I'm handing her off, she fucking walked, and we kept it in the fucking movie. But yeah, but I wouldn't want that for my kid. Like even at the age she's at now, you know, she's about to be 17, and I just, I wouldn't want that for her.
Yeah. No, dude, I agree. 100%. All right. Chad,
All right.
Eddie.
The scene where Maggie is sitting in the car in the rain was shot on a night when it actually was raining very heavily, but the rain did not look real on film. The crew had to set up an awning to cover the car from the rain, then rig up rain-making equipment under the awning to achieve the look of real rain.
That's so weird.
What?
Real rain did not look real enough.
All right.
That rain is not rainy enough.
Needs more rain.
Right?
You know what, God? We can do a better job than you.
Ooh,
Rig it up.
I love it. Fucking A, dude.
Okay, continuing on. During the scene in the Widsky background where Tom's digging, Kevin Bacon was in a lot of pain as he'd pulled a muscle in his neck. Several prop lightweight picks were tested for the scene to try and ease his suffering, but in the end, it was opted to use the real and heavier pick as the swings and impacts didn't look real enough on screen.
Well, that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Right? Fucking A, dude.
And that dude was in great shape in this movie, too.
Yep.
Puh. Use some fucking laundry on them labs.
Right.
All right, Chad Eddie. What else?
A lot of people on blogs have wondered how the creep walk was filmed for the ghost. So the speed of the camera was sped up, and the actress was told to walk as slowly as possible, but to appear as naturally as possible. Then, when it came time to edit the scene in, they played the footage at normal speeds, and all the imperfections in her walk add to the beauty of how creepy it looks.
That's awesome. I'm glad you had that because I was kind of wondering. Nice.
And it looks a lot like the ghost effects they use in Supernatural, too. So these could possibly exist in the same universe.
Ooh.
I totally was picking up. I agree, Chad. I was picking up on a lot of stuff that was very similar to Supernatural.
So Kevin Bacon, psychic son and father team meet up with two brother team hunters.
And there's Chevy Impala.
67 Impala, to be exact.
Yes. 4-door.
So obviously,
yeah, you have to specify that too.
Obviously, it has to be a ghost episode, right? So, but Brody also says the camera effect was used in the House of the Haunting Hill remake. What? Who the hell played fucking Vincent Price? Is that again? Jeffrey Rush, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking Chris Kattan, but no, he was a different person.
Oh, yeah, Chris Kattan was in that movie.
Yeah.
You said Chris Kattan, dude, and I'm sorry. I instantaneously went to fucking Santa's sleigh.
Anytime I hear Chris Kattan, I think of that SNL skit where he played like the monkey person.
Oh, wow.
See, I always think of fucking Night at the Roxbury.
But then, this is such a random.
That's funny how we all think of something completely different when we hear Chris Kattan.
My secondary thought, and it's still not even SNL, is fucking Undercover Brother because he's the fucking bad guy.
Peepers, yes, Donnie, thank you.
Peepers, yes. Oh my god, yes, because that's when they brought in The Rock, and The Rock was Peepers' father, dude. And he was just massive.
The fucking with the apple.
Yep. Fucking right, dude.
No, I'm gonna have to look that up because that sounds hilarious.
Oh, you've never seen it?
You've never seen it?
Fucking
yeah,
great.
he wears
Watch with The Rock.
He wears like these red short shorts with like I think they have fucking overall straps on them or something.
I don't know if the overall or the one strap.
Is it just one strap? I thought it was honestly just like oh my god, dude.
It might be overall.
Anyways, yeah, he's got like something going on here, and he's got little red short shorts. And he always like hops up on counters, dude, and just sits like a monkey and eats like an apple and spits it.
And then like starts humping shit. Like...
Yep. Yeah, it's fucking retarded. It's ridiculous, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. Mr. Peepers. SNL's got some weird times, man.
Yeah, but the 90s was the best. I love the 90s SNL.
Late 80s to all 90s, man.
Yeah.
Like, because the late 80s, dude, there was like some shit like, yeah, like era-wise, you got to really know. Because obviously, like SNL has always been political in era, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So if you don't know the politics, like if you go back to like the Ross Perot shit, dude, you better know about Ross Perot shit. You know what I mean? Like,
no. Even better than that was the old George Bush, and then always have Dan Quayle was played by a little kid.
Yes, right. Bush Senior shit, dude, on fucking SNL back in the day was fucking fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude.
Dana Carvey was a genius.
Like, oh my, fucking A, dude. Satan.
See, that was my era. That was my era of SNL.
Right. Absolutely. All right, Chad Eddie, what else we got in these notes?
Okay, Kevin Bacon plucks around on a guitar in the film, but in real life is actually a skilled guitarist. Along with his brother Michael, the Bacon brothers have released over half dozen albums and occasionally tour and or play live in support of these endeavors.
Nice.
If one of their albums isn't called Makin' Bacon, I'm going to be very disappointed.
And it's nothing but ballads.
I hope so. That'd be awesome. Making bacon.
Man.
All right. What else we got, Chad?
It's like that. It'd be like that Faith No More album, Songs to Make Love To.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Wasn't that an infomercial? I feel like I hear that in my head, dude. Maybe
I miss those infomercials.
I do not.
John Tesh.
Yeah, me neither.
Sax
3 CDs with the greatest power ballads ever.
You just wake up, dude.
3 songs you know and 70 songs you don't.
Yep, it's Celine Dion just belting shit out. You're like, what? What the fuck time is it, dude? 3 a.m.
See, I always woke up to like the 50s. Time Life presents.
Time Life presents.
See, it was either that
Soft
or
songs of the
or
50s.
if you fell asleep watching E or Comedy Central, it was always Girls Gone Wild commercials, dude.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
what? The titties. What's going on here? That's a good and bad thing to wake up to. You know what I mean? Because now you're like, well, now I'm really awake.
Now I'm awake. Go on.
Dude, that's really fucking taking me back.
Where can I
You're
get
like-
these from?
My
Yeah,
husband
yeah.
had like 10 Girls Gone Wild DVDs.
Why?
He was the one. He was the guy.
He was
that
the
they were-
one guy
Yep.
that is actually buying them fucking things, dude. I always laughed when some asshole was like, yo, I got one. And I was like, why? Dude, like there's so much more porn out
Just
there.
go buy porn.
And you just have girls go, woo! That's doing it for you.
I don't know,
All right,
man.
bye.
There's just something about it when it's real girls doing real stupid shit.
Hey, you can get
I never
real girls
bought
doing
one.
some real dudes.
I never bought one, but I'm just saying my life as a DJ, not now, but back in the day, was Girls Gone Wild.
I'm not. Listen, dude.
I love my
Sure,
life.
it was. I love my life. Steve's seen some good things. All right.
Yes.
Chad.
I always had to pay extra for that kind of action, guys.
Look, it pays to be ugly and able to sing. That's all I'm saying.
It's because you got that charisma, dude.
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
why.
Like Mick Jagger.
Oh, all right.
Okay, Jake Witzke watches The Mummy's Shroud on television when his mother tells him to turn it off. And then the movie that was the subject of our 200th episode, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, buddy.
And appears on every channel as he attempts to turn off the television. And he couldn't
And even
unplug it.
unplug it. Yep. Hell yeah, dude.
The children's TV program where Samantha appears on TV while Jake is watching on the bed is called Lidsville, which aired on ABC from 71 to 73.
I'm so glad that's a real show because I want to see like if there because that looked creepy as fuck.
I
Like,
thought it was HR Puff and stuff, but it's by the same company.
HR Puff. There's a doggo. Sorry.
Why do you think
Hello,
that would have been
Dante.
on the TV? This wasn't set in the 70s. Like, what kind of channel would play that old cartoon?
PBS.
PBS?
Probably.
I mean, that would be my guess. Or it was always like lower channels, like channel 6 or 7. I don't know where. You know what I mean? That's all I can go with old cable days. But Chad, Daddy, anything else, buddy?
Yes, the movie bears certain similarities to The Sixth Sense, released the same year, but similarities are even greater to two 1980 movies, The Shining, where both father and son see spirits, and The Changeling. Tom seems to be channeling Jack Nicholson's climactic madness in the scene where Tom argues with Maggie about his digging, which is very similar to Nicholson's harangue with Shelley Duvall in The Shining. With The Changeling, I love that scene. With The Changeling, the connections are even closer. Both movies involve a murdered child whose ghost cries out for revenge. In addition, the villain in The Changeling was played by Melvin Douglas, and Stir of Echoes, Douglas's granddaughter, Ileana Douglas, plays Lisa the Hypnotist.
Ooh. The Changeling. I don't think I've seen that.
That's one of Brody's favorites.
It's good.
Was that on a Brody list? Was that on the Brody list?
I don't recall if it was.
Well, the way he just got hot and heavy real quick there. We'll assume
My daughter
that is
says hi, guys.
We'll assume that's
Oh God.
What's up, Minnie? What's up, Minnie Vasquez? We'll assume that maybe or will be a Brody pick at some
The
point.
one and only Minnie Vasquez.
Get out of here. Go to your room.
She's adorable. She's adorable.
I love it. Oh, what else we got, Chad Daddy?
Let's see. On the DVD director's commentary, David Kopp states that for the home video release, the scenes where words appear blurred on a theater screen were blurred even more with digital effects. He states this is because on video, what the text said was obvious well before it was known to the audience.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit into detail here. Just a little bit about Richard Matheson is best known as the author of I Am Legend, a 54 science fiction horror novel that's been adapted for the screen 3 times. Matheson himself was the co-writer of the first film version of Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price, which was released in '64. The other 2 adaptations are, of course, The Omega Man with Charlton Heston and I Am Legend with Will Smith. He also wrote 16 television episodes of The Twilight Zone, including Nightmare at 20,000 Feet and Steel, as well as several adaptations of Edgar Allan Poe stories for Roger Corman and AIP. He did House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, Tales of Terror, and The Raven. He adapted his own short story Duel as a screenplay directed by Steven Spielberg for the television film Duel the same year, 1971. In addition to I Am Legend and Duel, 9 more of his novels and short stories have been adapted as motion pictures. The Shrinking Man was released as The Incredible Shrinking Man. Another one of our favorites, Hell House.
Yeah.
The Legend of Hell House. Yeah. What Dreams May Come. Bid Time Return, filmed as Somewhere in Time. A Stir of Echoes. Steel, which was filmed as Real Steel. I didn't know that was one of his. And
Wait, Steel with like Shaquille O'Neal Steel?
No, Real Steel.
No, Real Steel with Hugh Jackman, the boxing robot.
Oh, I never saw that.
I never saw that.
Let's see. The movie Cold Sweat was based on his novel Ride the Nightmare, and Icy Breasts was based on his novel Someone is Bleeding. Both Steel and Button Button have previously been released as episodes of Twilight Zone.
Did you say Icy Breast?
Yes.
All right.
Cold titties. All right.
Yeah, right. Like that was my instantaneous. I was like, cold titties. Yeah.
Shout out to Coma in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
So yeah, our boy Matheson had almost as much adaptations done as Stephen King.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Nice.
And way more than Kuntz, because fuck Kuntz, he sucks.
Ooh.
Except for Phantoms.
Because Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms.
Phantoms, right. Exactly.
Word, bitch. Phantoms like a motherfucker.
I was just going there with that. God damn it. Oh, man. All right. So anything else, Chad Daddy?
That's it, buddy.
All righty. So we are on to our El Questions. What format was this watched on?
Peacock.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I was
Peacock.
torrent. They were
Torrent?
Peacock.
I did
All right,
Prime.
so Torrent, Prime.
Peacock.
That was the one that was throwing me off. I was like, what did I hear in there? All right. So
I watched it on my cock.
There's
Yeah,
also, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I saw that it was on this thing called Canopy, which I want to mention because it's like if you have a library subscription, you can see anything on Canopy without commercials. So
that's
just an
cool.
FYI. It's called Canopy with a K.
Sweet.
I do not have a library card. Might have to get one.
I went fucking super awesome, like not super retro, like VHS retro, but I did go DVD on this bitch.
See, I
you
thought
go.
I had the DVD, but I was mistaken. I don't have it, so
I have the DVD, but I wasn't about to dig it out. It's in there.
Fair enough. No, I got a few different like bookshelves full of shit. So yeah, because the wife looked on, see if it was on any streaming stuff, because obviously, you know, if I can watch it on HD on something, I'm gonna watch it on HD. But I also don't really give a flying fuck, because if I have it, I have it, dude. And if I'd rather not pay money to watch, you know what I mean?
That was my
fuck
thinking. That was my thinking too. But like I said, I could have sworn I have it. I couldn't find it.
No, I knew exactly where it was. I was like, whoop, haven't watched this in probably 15 years. Let's dust this bitch off.
There you go.
But hell yeah. All right. So, douche of the film. I'm going to have to say
The
the two
neighbors.
boys.
The neighbors.
The whole, like the boys and the father.
The one
Yes.
father. The one
The
father.
one
The
father.
other- the gray-haired
Both the fathers.
No,
Fuck
the
them,
other
both
father
of them,
is
because
like,
they both hid the fucking murder.
I
Right.
feel
Both
like
of them.
I think the other one pressured him into it, though.
I'm not
Well,
gonna
he's a
disagree-
bitch for not saying anything.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Chad, because I do feel that that's the situation, but I also agree with Steve. I feel like, listen, man, you even said yourself you've been dealing with this shit for 6 months. No, you did not have to deal with this shit for 6 months, because you know what? I understand you love your kid, dude, and you want to do everything and anything in your life that you could potentially fucking. The babysitter was the douche.
says the
Why,
babysitter.
Jen? She was just looking for her sister.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
she didn't even
yeah.
really. I mean, I guess kind of. She technically did nap a kid.
No.
Yeah, but no.
Yes and no.
I mean, that was pretty much
I
it.
know.
Watching
I
that
know.
shit.
I know. I know. Oh,
She could have
man.
kicked. She could have cunt punted that little kid across.
Like-
what do you mean you saw my sister?
I mean, like, and you know what? Here's the thing, though, is like father, like son. the son who ended up helping kill the daughter, like he wasn't, you know what I mean? Like he was like kind of getting put into that situation, obviously by his friend. So I feel like that family ultimately is the biggest douchebags.
Yeah, they're the bigger douches
because they're the ones pushing around pretty much this entire neighborhood.
Yes.
So for me, it's sort of like a double-edged sword because I agree with John 100%, but at the same time, I care more about Kevin Bacon than I do about Samantha. So to me, I'm almost leaning towards Lisa being the douche because how dare she put that thing in his head? So she had no right to do that. She had no right to do that.
Yeah, but I don't think she meant it to take that effect.
Of course she didn't, but that doesn't make it any less.
But she was just trying to hypnotize him to do the funny shit that occurred that we did not get to see. This was just a side effect that she did not know about. She didn't know he was going to be able to see fucking ghosts and shit.
She kind of mind raped him.
She was able to do the funny stuff without the thing that she said about opening his mind. She did that at the very end before she woke him up.
But that was all part of it. Was all part of opening his mind.
What was
because
it? That...
Without opening his mind, none of the other shit would have happened.
I think what she was trying to do though was.
Oh, I thought it was changed like personality wise. Like,
no, I think what she was literally trying to tell him to try and be more open minded.
Yes, exactly.
But not in the way that opening his mind to psychic phenomena. More
right,
like
not opening
more like being more open minded.
Yeah, not open
like
your
hypnotism.
third eye.
Yeah,
just be more mindful.
Which you know what I say, bring it on. If you can, fuck yeah, dude. Why not? I want to see shit.
Yeah.
But it was kind of douchey because it was kind of like mind rape.
Yeah, it's like Inception.
Bop bop. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop, bop. All right.
How about let's keep it moving forward.
So favorite kill,
the ghost girl, because it's.
I was just saying
no, the douche. The douche got shot.
Oh yeah, the douche got shot. The douche did get shot.
Did he?
Yeah, he got shot. Fucking the other dude fucking blasted him.
When Harry and his son get shot, that's my favorite.
He did.
Frank kills him. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Great foreshadowing in the dream sequence too. By the way,
dude, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was
the
good.
whole like. Even the wife knows, like, but the fact that like like all the clothing is the same, and I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
When when it's almost to the point where even just kind of like last week's film, even you're questioning of like what you're potentially watching. You're like, yo, dude, is this gonna be another like? Is it gonna be like a dream inside of a dream kind of a fucking thing? Like how much are they gonna try to play you on this shit? So yeah, dude. Steve, I can't believe you said the girl. Jesus Christ. I mean, at the same time,
it's my favorite kill, all right?
That's fine, because you know what? In the fashion of Black Christmas, dude, I do love the bag kill. It is pretty fucked. So, speaking of which, side note, there was a hoodie I bought, which I know you guys all saw, the fucking Night of the Creeps hoodie.
Uh-huh.
I had to get it because the dude's like, bro, I just saw Tom Atkins. I was like, yes. Sold. And I didn't even know until after I bought it, but it's got 4 of the slugs on one of the sleeves, so you can constantly just be like, yeah, like this all the time. So, but they had a Black Christmas hoodie, and I was like, ooh. But here's the problem. It had my favorite kill on it, but my favorite kill on it, because it was all in like solid red over the black hoodie, it looked really fucking dirty, and I just didn't know if I wanted that right on front. It looked like a fucking butthole, dude. Because so, and I'm like, because at first I didn't read it said Black Christmas, so I'm just looking at that image. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at, dude? That looks like a butthole, and I'm like, Black Christmas. Oh, it's the bitch getting choked out with the bag. Yeah. Like, so that's why I didn't go with that hoodie, dude. Tom Atkins all the way. So. Right.
You can never go wrong with Askins. Come on.
Fuck no, dude. Yeah. Thrill me, baby. All right. So, best scene.
Ooh.
Oh, I wrote this down.
This is a toughie because there's a lot of good scenes, dude. Kevin Bacon brings it really well. I honestly think for me, dude, it's almost when he brings his friend down with the whole reveal in the basement, dude, because you just don't know what he's going to do with that gun. And he's got it the whole fucking time when he's just like, I'll be right back. And then comes out with, like, you know what I mean? It's just, I like that, dude. Kevin Bacon played it well. And plus, that basement is a terrible setup, dude, for if you're gonna try to do a what, like, you know what I mean? There's not even stairs. It's
Yeah,
a
you gotta
fucking
climb up that
ladder.
fucking ladder.
So that's gonna be my that's gonna be my vote. But what y'all's?
Mine's the digging scene in the yard.
Fantastic scene.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene. Watching him. Well, first of all, watching Sexy Bacon, and then
Sexy Bacon,
and then watching, you know, Tom, like the craziness coming over, and like you guys said earlier, it's like that scene in The Shining, and it is just, he portrays it so well, and I like it. That's my favorite.
Gentlemen,
I'm gonna go with the scene where the little kid's on the bed trying to change the TV. Only because I've actually had that happen to me before, where the TV changed by itself, and I would change it back, and then it changed again. And this is back when we had a TV that you actually had to get up and push the fucking buttons. So I'm going with that scene, only because I've experienced something like that.
Right on.
All right.
I got to go with the scene where his wife is trying to have sex with him. And he just starts having these flashes to the whole rape scene, and that's your first, instance of how this is going to affect his life and how it's just going to completely take over his thoughts and his everyday everything, basically.
Good call.
All right, all excellent. Wife, you said the way the feathers played out. Yeah, that was cool.
That was always
a very cinematic scene too. Just the way like that was all slow mo, dude. You got the feather blow out. Awesome. All right, opening scene, hook you in.
Yeah, because the little kid was talking to nobody. Like that was a good and creepy, because if your kid was talking to nobody, you'd be like, "Who the fuck are you talking to? What are you doing?"
Did anyone else get very heavy Poltergeist vibes from that scene?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, any creepy kid scene, like, you know what I mean. I can see that's. See, it's weird because
that's also how Poltergeist opened. Was Carol Ann standing there talking to the TV?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You are right, sir. All right, good point. No, I was just. What's funny though, because like you said, the Sixth Sense, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I didn't get any particular Sixth Sense vibes, but was it just more because they were kind of back to back coming out?
They're back to back. They both dealt with similar. But when you take away the twist of the Sixth Sense, it's a fairly shitty movie.
Yeah,
which I haven't watched it since
the movie,
first. Though. Yeah, I haven't watched it since my first watch of it, dude, and that was fucking when it came out. So
yeah, I might have watched it one second time, maybe on TV.
Why that twist?
Funny. I understood that reference. But funny story about the Sixth Sense is right after it came out, I was sitting over at my aunt's house with my cousin. We're sitting there just talking, and his aunt comes out and tells us how great this movie, The Sixth Sense, is. We're like, okay, that's great. And she starts to talk a little more about it. We're like, okay. She's like, but there's a really big twist at the end. I don't want to tell you what it is. Okay, then don't. And then she tells us the twist, and my cousin looks at her and is like, thanks, Mom. Now I'm not even going to bother seeing the movie.
So, funny enough, I remember watching that with my dad, because we rented it when it first came out, because he's like, oh, I want to watch this movie with Bruce Willis. I was like, all right, cool, yeah, whatever. And him and I got pizza, and I was getting pizza or something when he started it, and I totally missed the beginning of when he gets shot, which is kind of fucking crucial for the whole fucking movie to understand what the fuck is going on. So here's my ass. I'm not even trying to figure out how old I was at the time. I don't really care. All that matters is I didn't catch that shit. And by the end, I was like, wait, he was a ghost? My dad's like, what? Yeah. You didn't know? And I was like, what do you mean you didn't know? How the fuck would I known? He goes, well, he got shot. I go, when the fuck did he get shot? He goes, oh, yeah, right at the beginning. You weren't in here. I go, that kind of fucking. So, yeah, that was my fucking watch of that movie.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Why did your dad not pause it or rewind that scene? Because
he didn't know if. I don't fucking know. I don't know. He thought maybe it was like a dream or something. He was like, maybe it's not that crucial to the fucking story. It was completely crucial to the fucking story.
It was the whole fucking story.
I mean, it was still a great movie. And I'm just like watching, like, oh, this is cool, man. It's like all the freaky fucking ghosts and shit going on. Like, whatever. I mean, dude, come on. It was right around the time I sat my ass through The fucking Haunting. So
you
could have fucking thrown anything at me at that point.
That's one of those movies I really wanted to get my money back.
I fucking bought it on VHS because it was like super cheap at Blockbuster because I was like, oh, I bet this will be good.
I saw it in theaters at a matinee.
Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You know what? The only movie I ever walked out and actually got my money for was Paycheck. Fuck you, Ben Affleck. You sucked ass. So, anyways, what the fuck were we on here? Jesus Christ.
I think we're on most attractive character now.
Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
Tom.
Really?
Okay, so Kevin Bacon is absolutely handsome in this, dude, but I got to give it to his wife because she
I got to give it to the wife.
She is
fucking
hot.
umptious, dude.
She is hot.
For some reason, her as a brunette with chokers just absolutely works.
If she didn't have that bob haircut, then she'd be in competition with me for Kevin. But for me, the bob haircut doesn't do it for me.
I'm for the bob, dude.
The bob, yeah.
I want to give a special runner up to the Ghost Girl because I watched her in House and
she's hot in House. She wasn't hot in this.
I watched her in Once Upon a Time. She was hot.
Yeah.
Can't say I've seen either one of those.
Really? You never watched House?
You never watched House?
Never watched House? Nope.
Wow.
I don't watch shows.
I never watched House.
I don't watch shows, man.
House is fantastic.
It's real. I don't know. Knowing I have to put that much time into something, I'm like, nope. A movie? Yeah, 2 to 3 hours. Solid. I'm good. We're done. But if I know I got to go seasons, questionable. All right. So, score set the mood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's pretty average. Like, I don't, this isn't one that I think like vinyl collectors are being like, ooh, I got the Stir of Echoes soundtrack. Just could be wrong. But I would say it worked well.
Yeah.
It's fitting for the movie.
Yeah.
Best song?
Painted Black.
Painted Black. There you go.
Yeah, but I prefer the original Rolling Stones version.
But still.
Yeah.
It is my favorite Stones song.
I actually picked Stay Awake by Dishwalla because I'm actually not a Rolling Stones fan.
All right.
I'm not a Rolling Stones fan either, but it's fucking Painted Black.
I mean,
it's a great fucking song.
I love the lyrics. I don't know.
I used to kick my wife's ass on Guitar Hero with Painted Black every time.
Nice.
Oh, Guitar Hero.
Every time I see a red door, I think of the song and I sing it and I'm like, I want to paint it black.
See, every time I see a red door, I just think of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, that too. I'm talking about even in movies. Like I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street the other day and I was all, I want to paint it black. I do it all the time. I don't know.
Fair enough. Alrighty. So, favorite character?
Ooh,
the little kid.
Ooh,
I liked him. He was cool.
I'm gonna give it to the black guy. The one that was because he was in the movie for like what 2 or 3 minutes,
Neil?
and Neil, and I really wanted to see more.
His name is Neil.
His name is Neil. Yeah, I was leaning that way too.
Ooh, very good choices. Because you know what,
Tom
Neil's
or
kind
Neil.
of Neil is definitely a. That's an underdog one. I like that because he's
I
definitely
really
got
like
he's
Neil.
got some crazy backstory, dude. That would probably be fantastic.
Dude, give me a whole movie about just Neil.
Right, like young Neil and like whatever he had to deal with to figure out that he had this
There you
shit going
go.
on.
There you go. What would you call it?
A
He had
stirring of echoes.
He had an uncle who worked at this hotel and was brutally murdered.
Jen wants to know: did anybody else question when the dad shot in the basement? I assumed he killed himself, but then he pops out. I'm assuming he did that to psych it.
I think he was going to, and then he was just so frustrated that he couldn't do it that he just popped a cap off.
Like
Right.
a feeling or something?
And then he just waited down there because he knew. I feel like he knew those other fuckers were coming there.
Well, yeah, that's what he said. They were going to kill you, Frank.
Right. Like he knew.
Yeah.
I don't think he was going to kill Frank by any means. I think he just was. You know what I mean? Like.
Or Tom. Yeah, they were going to kill you.
Yeah, he was saying Frank said they're going to kill you, Tom. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he went down there and he just fired off a round like to make Tom think that he killed himself because regardless, he knew that Frank and his kid were coming over to fucking kill him. And so he wanted to put a stop to it. He felt bullied, into even keeping the secret. And so he had to put an end to it. And so that's what he did.
So with this father's kind of like falsified jurisdiction, I guess. I don't know how you want to say this. Like, just for like how he feels, like how he has to protect his son, dude. That's the kind of shit that always fucking scares me about just people. You know what I mean, dude? Like,
Yeah.
It almost goes as far as like, oh, I don't know, dude. Like any like religious nut in any movie, like when they're just overly zealous about like everything, dude. It's just because that's just their way of lifestyle, and they, you know what I mean? Like they can't, it can't change, and so it's gotta. They're gonna do whatever they are willing to protect it. It's, I don't know, dude.
Okay, I have a really interesting question. So in the dream sequence, when he goes in and he's talking to the kid pulls out the gun, and the kid shoots himself.
Yes, and he rubs the blood all over his face and shit.
Why would you shoot yourself in the side?
Because I mean that kid already like got pushed into it, dude. So at the end, like he was probably so frazzled that like he didn't know what to do, and suicide was like, some people I feel like when they're going into suicide, and I could be away. This is gonna be kind of a weird subject, but like some people are going into it, they know exactly what they're gonna do, and some people just are doing it because they think that's what they need to, you know what I mean? Like, so they don't really want to do it, but they still like are committed enough to try to do something. So
it almost falls on the line of like a cry for help.
I took it as he wanted to suffer because
but he didn't want to
that
die.
She suffered because he knew that she suffered. So that was his penance for being there, you know?
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the dude was scared as fuck. You know that that family was so pressured by the other family.
Yeah.
And just that whole situation. So it's like, obviously that boy snapped, but he didn't snap to the point where he wanted to kill himself, but he, you know what I mean? He just didn't know what to do. So this sucks, dude. Unfortunately, it's a dark subject, but
Donnie said that some do that. He had a patient long ago when he was an orderly that did that.
So
damn, dude.
We just before graduation this year, we had 2 students pass away in a car accident. After graduation rehearsal, they all got in a car together. It was 3 students. They were racing. The guy wrecked. 2 of his friends died. The other kid just committed suicide.
Jesus, dude.
Like a couple of days ago. The one that survived,
survivor's guilt.
Yeah, he couldn't live with it. And it
happens, dude.
Himself, man, so.
It sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what sucks, man, is like, that's that old, you know, say whatever you want, man, but every class has one, at least one.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, I do. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I can't. It might not always be like right around high school, but it seems like it's most of the time. It's usually there's always run around senior year, whether it's during or after.
Our senior year, we had one in memory of some kid who committed suicide who was in my class.
My tattoo right here is literally from my buddy Sean who passed in our senior year.
Man. We didn't even know.
We had one girl. We had one girl that was a couple years behind us that did it purely by accident.
Oh, really?
Because she didn't think the gun was loaded. It was never loaded before. And she just whipped it out and looked at her friend and said, "Hey, check this out."
Well, I don't even mean that, man. Just like a student that ends up like passing.
No,
like,
that actually didn't happen until years later for our class.
Oh, no shit.
Like after high school.
All right, let's get off this sound.
Yeah, that's very depressing. That's very depressing.
Hold on, let's bring this back. Reel it down and reel it on.
Was it scary?
Right. Was it scary?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say it's a little it's definitely got some jump scare moments in there.
Yep. The wife definitely jumped a few times.
And say what you will, I know people hate jump scares, but a scare is a fucking scare, so deal with it.
It works. It counts.
Well, and of course you get the super intense cringe with the nails and the teeth. That is what gets me. Like I literally was like,
it's the nail is worse for me than the tooth.
They're about the same for me.
I gotta go for that because I feel like everybody. It's like everybody has that dream where their teeth fall out at some point.
I hate that.
I've never had that.
You've never had that dream?
Really?
I always have that dream, and I'm like trying to push them back in. I'm like, no, not this time, goddamn
I've also never had a falling dream.
I can't remember ever having a falling dream, actually.
Homie, so I smoked way too much to drink.
I was told that a falling dream is you die in your sleep, and the angel's trying to take you to heaven, but they drop you. And you wake back up because you fall back into your body.
Maybe I'm just never going to
Those some
fucking
clumsy
have it,
ass
so
angels,
maybe
man.
Right? Like fucking send this B team. Like, all right, here you go.
Dude, that happened to my dog a couple weeks ago. He was just sitting there sleeping peacefully, and he just jumps up. Like, oh, did you wake up before you hit the ground?
anytime I see a dog sleeping, dude, and they always do that run in their sleep and whimper. I don't know why, dude, but it's just to me, I feel like I always hope they're just dreaming of chasing a giant hot dog. I don't know
something great,
just a giant food item of some kind, and they're just like, yeah, like.
I'm always
and then when they have the scary dreams, and they're whimpering, it's because the food's chasing them.
Ooh.
Well, I'm always torn. I'm always wondering, are they like having fun? They're chasing something and or is that whimper? Is that like, should I wake them? Are they having a nightmare? I'm always like torn. I don't know.
But for some reason, the giant hot dog in my head is like the movie style hot dog that comes out when you're like, let's all go to the movie. Yeah.
And I got to say, I am really jealous of my dog because whenever he lays down, when he finally decides he wants to sleep, he lays down and boom, less than 30 seconds. He's dreaming and moving.
That's me, dude. What are you talking about?
I passed the fuck out. So I can make myself go to sleep.
I've seen Steve go to sleep, dude. Steve and I were literally talking, and then it was like,
we're talking, and then I'm out.
Boom. And I was like, all right, it's time to go to sleep. And I was like, boom.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
I can shut my shit off and I'm out.
And then Cameron destroyed the toilet the next morning.
Oh my God.
I forgot about that, dude.
Hey guys, so
dude, we were just talking about that a couple weeks ago. How could you forget?
Did you unclog it, Cameron?
I think I missed
there wasn't
that
a plunger.
part of the conversation. Jesus.
God damn it.
Dude. I got a tear in my eye on that one, dude.
I fucking love that kid.
You fucking doubled. Oh my God. You doubled up on something that was already broken? What the fuck, you idiot? Jesus Christ. Anyways, does it hold up today? Absolutely.
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
I want to watch it in HD, though. I will admit I fucked up on that, but I also didn't care because DVD is fine. But I'm assuming you guys saw it on, because y'all watched it on streaming. So y'all watched it on HD. Probably crisp as fuck, I imagine.
Yeah.
Right. So
I mean, I would like to see it in 4K at some point, but yeah, it looked pretty good.
Is it not out in 4K? I didn't look.
I don't think.
Okay. So, how is the acting? Top fucking notch, dude.
Top
Phenomenal.
fucking notch.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best of the best. All right, cinematography.
It was there.
Average.
It was
slightly above average.
I would say, yeah, I would say above average because, like I said, dude, like if you think about like the dream shit, dude, of like him going to sleep and everything, I consider that all part of it and like just the weird. So I would say, yeah, pretty good. Like there was some cool, memorable scenes for sure. I don't know. I just want a floating, comfy chair. Like,
yeah, fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who does it? Be like, la, 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 la. There was actually a. I don't know. Have you guys ever played any of the Saints Row games at all?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you play Get Out of Hell?
Yeah.
No, I haven't played that one.
Okay, you did. Do you remember the recliner in that?
Yes.
That's that.
Yes, that's
so
that. Yep.
There's a fucking vehicle in Get Out of Hell that's a recliner, dude. And you just like you just like moped around on this recliner. But it's got an arsenal, so when you recline, dude, it shoots missiles and shit out the fucking underneath. It's
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know why that made me think of that, but
that's on that new PlayStation Plus thing, so I might have to get that.
That's my dream recliner right there. Yeah.
Right? Dude, so Saints Row 4 was 3 was my favorite. 4 was kind of but Get Out of Hell was actually pretty fun.
Come on.
Like that was pretty fun.
4 had fucking Keith David as the president.
4 was, I'm not saying 4 wasn't good, dude. 4 was just so over the top because it was all the Matrix kind of shit where you could start flying around and everything, dude. We're like 3 was like, I mean, dude, 3 was already over the top as it is. And I love Keith David, but dude, 3 had fucking Burt Reynolds and, you know, as the mayor coming in.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I gotta play the new one actually.
I just love that it let you carry your character over from the previous game.
And y'all remember the penetrator, right? The penetrator was the giant dildo bat, dude. So when you go around, it would just flop around.
Oh god, blah, blah, blah. I did. Oh,
that was my favorite weapon of all time. You just go up and just whack, like.
You You said penetrator. All I could think of was the anal probe in Destroy All Humans for some reason.
So when we used to play the fuck out of Saints Row. Like my brother and I were obsessed with these games. He went out and bought the suit that his character fucking wore so that he could be all fancy schmancy wearing it out, like purple fucking like, yeah. He like went way over the top with it. I'm like, right on, bro. Right
Like Saints Row 1 was just straight up a GTA clone. Saints Row 2 is where it started finding its footing with the funny.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, come on, dude. When they're just like, hey, we got to destroy the reality of this district. Take a poop truck and just smear poop all over the district. You're like, all right, let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking go.
That's Saints Row. All right. So, fuck all that. Back to this shit. Gang, did y'all like the premise?
Yep.
Loved it.
Hell to the yeah.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. Kevin Bacon fucking seeing Ghost.
So Donnie said, I did not watch for the podcast. It's been 15 years at least. I'm amazed what I remember. Got it queued up now on Peacock to watch after this. Awesome.
Hell yeah, Donnie.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
Absolutely fucking that's great. All right, so we are on our R's, our recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind
For
Rewind.
this shit for days.
Rewind for
buddy.
days.
I want reboot now with Kevin Bacon now and the kid now.
Oh.
Do you have to reboot it, or can you just get a sequel?
Well,
It'd be the same.
Reboot.
Reboot it.
Yeah,
Reboot would be-
reboot the sequel. Think of Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It's a sequel. You're just rebooting the series.
I guess. Yeah.
Dude, I am so pissed off, by the way, because I was just thinking about Jay and Silent Bob the other day and looked at it. I'm like, how the hell did this movie come out like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
We old, son.
We are fucking
Jay and
old.
Silent Bob.
You
Strike
said the
Back
same
and fucking
thing about sorority boys,
Yeah.
dude. 2002.
Like,
That's
where did
20
these
years
20
old.
Dude, we're so old.
So I didn't tell you guys this because it was a very, very sad day, and I wanted to slap one of my son's friends. When I went to Corpus Christi Comic-Con, of
Right.
course, I dressed up like Silent Bob.
Word.
So one of my son's friends goes, I don't know if you're a movie character or you're supposed to be a school shooter. Like, what are you? And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like, I had to stop myself from slapping this fucking 20-year-old idiot.
Steve, if it makes you feel
Man,
better,
kids.
when I also dressed like that, most people knew who I was, but there was one I sent, and I felt it was pretty fucking on pop, like, you know, for what it
Yeah.
was. And she was like, "Who the fuck are you supposed to be?" I'm like, "Silent Bob." And then she's like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I almost had a heart attack. I was like, She's like, "Well, I'm not as old as you." I'm like, "You're 27. You're not that fucking like much."
That's when
younger
you look at
than
them and
me."
say, if you don't know who Silent Bob is, why the fuck are you here at this con?
Yeah.
No, this was just like in a picture in general because like we were showing
gotcha.
cosplays or whatever. But at the same time, I was like, dude, like that it hurt a little bit. I was like, oh, you don't know who Silent Bob is, man.
Uncultured
saying you
swine.
That's like saying you don't know who Cheech and Chong are. Like,
But once again, we were old, so you
yeah,
know.
we are. Whatever.
Yeah, it happens. All right, so we're gonna rate this bitch. Mr. Kane, start us off with a 3.9. Thank you, Brody, once again for your lovely review. Heather, what do you got for us?
So I think I'm going to do 3.8.
3.8 from the Redhead of the Dead. Scuba Steve.
4.
Solid 4 from Scoob. All right. Chad Daddy.
This gets a 4.5 from me. This is a damn near perfect movie to me.
4.5 from the Chad Daddy. And let's see. I mean, dude, like Kevin Bacon, absolutely fantastic acting. Dude brings it 100%. And he's not the only one. The cast is perfect in this. Nobody hams it up. Great movie. It's spooky. There's parts that you expect scares. There's parts that you don't expect scares. It's not a near perfect movie, but I think I'm gonna have to agree with the Chad Daddy and also go 4.5.
Nice.
Like, it's solid.
It is.
It's a solid movie, and it's one of those ones where it's weird that I haven't watched it in so long, but I kind of was almost happy that I haven't, just to enjoy it as much as I just did.
You see, there are some movies that I like to watch sporadically because of how much I love them. Like this, Alien's another one.
Right, you don't want to like
you don't want to water it down by watching it too much.
Yeah.
Alien or Aliens is like once a year at best.
Yeah.
It's kind of with the thing. I might watch twice. Because anytime winter time's around, it's definitely like up, and then sometimes
especially if you're snowed in, it's a perfect snowed in movie.
Yeah.
We don't get snow, but when it's super fucking cold outside, that's when I watch The Thing.
Word.
Which is funny because it came out in the summer. It was a summer release.
Yeah.
All right, so I fucked that up real quick. So we're just gonna start. All right, so Brody had a 3.8. You had a 3.7, Heather, right?
No, Bruce 3.9. I was 3.8.
I'm sorry. 3.9, 3.8. Steve, you were 4.
4.0, 4.5, 4.5.
Brody says, if you want a fantastic Blu-ray release of this, suss out Imprint Films release. It's great.
Huh.
Oh, well there you go. Thank you, Brody. All right. So that gives us a 4.1.
That sounds
very
fair.
A 1999 Stir of Echoes. Yeah, fantastic. All right. I think that's solid. What do we got next week?
We have no clue. We didn't pick anything yet.
Yes, we do.
Flatliners.
All right. We got
Flatliners.
Scoop's pick for Flatliners.
Yeah. My nipples just got hard as fuck.
It's such a great movie.
Not the remake though, the original.
Oh no, of course.
Man, I haven't seen that since I was a teenager, man.
I
saw that in
watched
theaters.
it. We're talking 1990 Flatliners.
I think I rewatched it maybe 5 years ago.
Looks like she's on, she's on fucking Peacock, Roku for free, Amazon, and then the rest for paid. All right. I'm excited. Never watched it. Who's in this? Michael Douglas. All right. Oh, produced by Michael Douglas.
Did you just say you've never seen it?
I told you before. I've never seen this.
I forgot.
He said on last week's episode.
I forgot. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember you saying that. Yeah.
I'll fully admit that I've never what I haven't seen. Sweet.
Well, you're gonna love
more.
it, John.
So more Kevin Bacon. All right.
We're getting more bacon, baby.
More bacon.
The Baconator is back.
If we can do a Jay Olive segment, we can do a bacon segment.
You know, this is kind of funny.
No, because it was supposed to be. Well, I mean, unless you could find a third Kevin Bacon psychological one.
Yeah, Invisible Man.
Hollow Man, you mean?
Hollow Man.
Is that psychological though? I don't know if that's. I almost consider that slasher.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really horror, but Wild Things is kind of psychological.
Do you just want to see his penis?
That's
fair how many you do. I'm not judging by any means.
You know how many of our fans would love that.
I mean, right, dude. My wife, that is a steady complaint with hers. Is like anytime we do see dick, usually it's like pus crusted and filled. Thank you, fucking. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that garbage of a
Cabin
movie?
Fever.
Thank you, Cabin Fever 2. Cabin Fever 2. We need to fucking
had the best elbow drop I've ever seen.
Yeah, it did though. It redeemed it in that part of it.
Oh, I still look back at that and laugh. That was the best thing ever.
So 1990s Flatliners, courtesy of Steve's pick for next week.
Nice.
All righty.
There is a psychological haunted house supernatural cursed movie that Kevin Bacon's in called You Should Have Left. It came out in 2020.
Oh, I've been wanting to see that.
Well, here's the thing though. We got to technically it would be Bob's pick. So
yeah.
Give it to Bob regardless.
And we probably should try to get back away from the big studio.
Well,
but,
no, we're still sticking
this
on
is
psychological. So
this is funny because I was just and not really psychological, but I was sitting here watching this last night, and it made me really, really wish that we could do Tremors again and review it on our criteria. Because when we did it for comics and kaijus.
Mm-hmm.
We did. I mean, we always maybe can. We did the second one.
Yeah, we've never done it on Gore and More.
That's what I'm saying.
That's comics and kaijus. Why can't we do Tremors again?
Nobody said we couldn't.
Let's
do it later. I feel like that might have to run. I feel like that could be maybe a next year though. Maybe not so close still yet.
That's all right.
Let it fade it back a little bit.
You still got in one of my picks.
You can saw him whack off too, right? I mean, listen, dude. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch Wild Things, but I don't know if it would necessarily be. Would that be Gore More?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
I don't even know if that. I don't know if
more.
Is that in the
and
more? Is that even the more though?
It is the more. It is.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we are closing in at 2 hours. We're at an hour 53 right now. I don't have much for nerdy news. I
do have something. I just pulled this up. On Bloody Disgusting. I don't know if you guys saw this, but did you see what was teased for the next DLC for the Evil Dead game?
No, but I
Mia.
did see.
Oh, Mia. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
Cross it over, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. But I did see the DLC for Multiverse, which I sent to Steve because I know it's one of his favorite characters. They're putting in fucking Stripe from fucking Gremlins, dude.
What?
Yeah.
I'm there for that. I'm there for that.
Dude, this is the DLC package. Fucking Black Adam and Stripe. And I'm like, what a fucking package, dude. Like,
That's great.
what's going on? I like obviously Black Adam. Yeah, I get that. You know, movies coming out, blah blah blah. It's like, but Gremlins, dude.
I didn't know.
Aren't they doing a show or something?
Yeah,
they're supposed to do an animated, but and like I said, dude, I know we talked crazy possibilities for this game for multiverses. But
Yeah.
I honestly was not expecting a Gremlins, dude. So that's cool.
So that ties into my thing. So it's sort of a cross between Slice of Life and Nerd News because I went to Zach Galligan's panel and I got to ask him about Gremlins 3. And I was like, okay, can you confirm what I've read that Chris Columbus wants to make sure everything gets kept practical effects if this ever happens? And he's kind of skirted around it a little bit. But then he was like, yeah, if we do any CGI, it'll be only if there's like a huge scene with like, 500 gremlins. He's like, he's absolutely going to make sure he keeps it practical effects. And you probably don't know this. He did announce it at, I think he said San Francisco Comic-Con. So maybe you've heard about it through the internet, that he's doing a voice in the animated series.
Yep.
He had to sign a non-disclosure. He recorded that 2 years ago. He said he couldn't even tell his family that he was going to be in the animated series. They kept being like, dude, you should really get yourself out there. Like, you should try to like get involved in the animated series. So like, yeah, I know. But anyways, he said that when it comes out, we should all stream it constantly. He was like, you're vacuuming the floor or whatever, just put it on and have it streaming in the background. He was like, the more streams we can get of that and the more merch we can get bought associated with the animated series will get us there to push the studio to let us make Gremlins 3.
Thing is, they got to actually make like officially licensed merch for them to get
right. Well, hopefully that'll happen, but
it's an animated series, so I'm sure we'll get some figures.
My problem is like, so when I want to buy merch, most of my merch is clothing. It's hats and shirts. Yeah, I bought a pillow and soap, but obviously the soap's going to go away at some point. You know what I mean? So like,
you're going to be scrubbing your nuts with
him
the
about the streaming thing. He's like, just pull it up and just have it playing in the background when you're not doing anything. Just play it over and over again.
It's not bad.
So I don't have anything nerdy per se, but I just got a text message right now. I entered this thing called Face of Horror. I don't know if you guys have seen it around. It's a $13,000 contest. It's like a cosplay contest.
Is that the one that you can something with Kane Hodder?
Yeah. So I just got picked.
Ooh.
To participate in it.
Nice.
Not that I won, but I get to move on to that with my Maniac.
You're one step closer.
Yeah, with my Maniac Cop cosplay.
Nice.
There you go. He's such a tiny little man.
Who Kane?
Kane.
So he wears lifts in his shoes. He's really like 6'2". Just FYI.
No, he's not. I'm 6'2". That motherfucker is not.
I think he's 6'2" with the lifts.
At best. He is clearly like 5'9", dude. I don't even know if he's fucking pushing 6 foot.
I'm
5'9".
Dude, do you not see him? Did you see
I've never seen him in person.
No, but Heather, though, he was there this weekend. Like I saw him walking around. Hey, I mean,
no, I only saw him sitting down at his booth. I never saw him walking around.
I'm not trying to badmouth the motherfucker by any means.
I know.
You know what I mean, dude? It's Kane Hodder, dude. Like, dude's done a lot of shit, and he's been great with the horror community. And he's old as fuck. So he looks tiny and frail, dude. And I'm just like, oh my God. I would break Jason in half if I ever even fucking like accidentally hit him. But
Brody, when you come to the States, when you move your ass here, you can do the Maniac Cop short. I am fucking down.
You know what? Jen was actually asking. She's like, I wish Brody would somehow like get his ass to a con. I'm like, well, he actually wants to just fucking move here. Yeah. So if he does, then yes. So, right. See, yeah, Jen saw him. She was like, he looks tiny. I was like,
maybe he forgot his lifts.
I'm pretty sure he was in his lifts.
Maybe he's like shrinking.
I mean, you kind of do when you get older.
Yeah.
You know, that's just that, you know.
Well, see, now I need to go to a con where he's at because I want to see if I'm taller than him or not. Because I'm 6 foot even.
Rob said he's about 5'10".
I told you, dude, he's not over 6 foot, but he does wear the like. Come on, man. I mean, look how tall Tom Cruise looks in all his movies.
Oh, dude, I definitely
Cruise is a fucking midget as shit. Dude.
I'm not talking shit. I wear lifts in my fucking boots when I do my Jason cosplay because I need to look bigger than what I am.
You know what? I actually did for the first time this weekend, and even my one buddy's like, "Why the fuck do you need to wear lifts?" And I'm like, "You know what? Because everybody else is wearing lifts, so why the fuck?"
But you know what? It looked fucking great, and you looked massive the way that version of Jason should look, because that's Frankenstein Jason.
You know who?
Well, yeah, but I did it for fucking Leatherface.
You did it for Leatherface too.
You know who doesn't have to wear lifts? Bobby.
Oh
God! When somebody was looking for me and I was with Bobby, I was like, "Just look for the tall guy."
Let's say,
look for the tall, massive dude.
Dude, watching him put on. I got to see Bobby drop trowel this weekend.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Did you get a peek at the hog?
Maybe.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Meat Mountain.
That's right. What happens at Cherry Hill stays at Cherry Hill. Speaking of, oh my fucking God. Yes.
Oh God. Oh God.
Hold on.
You're gonna.
All right. So I gotta find it first, and I will. But I'm gonna continue talking.
Yeah.
I think I know what story you're gonna tell.
Yeah.
No,
So hold on. I gotta find it in the chat. Anyways, yes, there it is. So let me download that. All right. So before I even go into this, the last nerdy thing I'm going to say for Nerdy News is if you are a real Ghostbusters fan, which you better be, I hope so. If you have Amazon Prime, which most people fucking do, head on over. They have all 10 seasons now of real Ghostbusters.
They are missing episodes. They only have 100 episodes.
But it goes up into the 10th season of like the Slimer and the real Ghostbusters shit. Like, so needless to say, if you want a real Ghostbuster fix, head on over to fucking Amazon Prime, dude. You can definitely.
I'm gonna sit there and watch that with the kids. They're gonna love that.
Yeah, Julie and I were watching it today, man. And well, because we started yesterday, I got this pillow, and I was like, "Well, she's like, who's the pumpkin?" I'm like, "That's Sam Hain." So I had to fucking put on his first episode there, and then today she's like, "I want to watch more," and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna start with one of my favorite ones, dude." And I started with the Boogeyman. Yeah, and the Boogeyman, she didn't think so, but I was like, I used to think this dude was creepy as fuck when I was a kid. Like, just his voice and the whole fucking overly sized head and shit. But anyways, I didn't bring this up in my slice of life because I honestly kind of forgot about it. This will be a great way to go out on the show. And I apologize in advance. So here's a video of myself sending it to some homies this weekend. And yeah, here we fucking go.
Oh,
so I'm out having a walk at my hotel, having a smoke. And walk around and, well, we're in Jersey. You know how I know? Look what I found. Yeah, that's right. Butt plug.
Oh, God.
Yep. Yeah, just straight out. I mean, it was in the back.
Parking lot.
It was in the back of the hotel, and it was near the dumpster. But
it was near. It was near the back door.
Yeah, it was.
The back door.
But I have so many questions, and I guess my first and foremost is who throws away a perfectly good butt plug?
Maybe the woo-woo girl that was wearing it. It fell out, and she didn't.
I'm gonna say, in all actuality, what the most likely scenario is: the fucking housekeepers found it. And they threw it out, and it probably fell out of the garbage.
Maybe it bounced or something like out of a garbage can. It's possible. Or some lass that night found a pair, you know, and she wanted to be a little bit of a seahorse or a seesaw, I guess.
Wait. Maybe somebody had
Chinese
it in.
finger trap.
Somebody had it in and just had Taco Bell. And just blasted it out.
Though.
It could have been a really big fart and popped like a champagne cork.
I'm just. Dude,
what day did you see it? Was it?
It
Saturday?
was fucking Friday. I literally.
Why did you
checked in to
Why
the
did
hotel.
you keep that to yourself until yesterday, man?
Well, I sent it to the Gallows Lane group, and I kind of forgot about it because, like, dude, it was Friday and was rushing, and I was like, oh, I gotta get to the con. Blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, but it was like, bro, we literally got to the hotel. And it was like 2:30. It was like a half hour before check-in. They let us check in because our room was fucking ready. So Jen and I get up in there. We're getting like all set. And I'm like, all right, I haven't smoked any bud in like 6 fucking hours because of the drive. Daddy needs to go fucking smoke. So I went outside, dude, and I'm just fucking walking around doing my thing, fucking just scoping out the surrounding area like I do because I just like to go on little adventures while I smoke because I always find random shit. Well, cue random shit coming in right here, literally and figuratively. I'm walking around, dude, and I just see this gleam off to the fucking left, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that, dude? That's
and
shiny."
This was at DoubleTree, not the Holiday Inn, right?
This is a Holiday Inn.
This was at
Right.
Holiday Inn. Okay.
I would have expected this at DoubleTree, but this is a Holiday Inn. DoubleTree.
This was a classy joint.
Bro,
This is like the Hilton.
listen, not for fucking nothing, dude. But Holiday Inn was $200 cheaper than DoubleTree. And at DoubleTree, there was rooms that didn't have fucking microwaves. They didn't even have mini fridges. There was people like just having Bobby himself. They were having consistent key card issues where they had to keep getting him reassigned to the rooms. Fuck that hotel. The con was great, but that hotel, like in the 6 months they're gonna have. Yeah, it was. Donnie, you are 100% right. It was like I gotta put that shit up, dude. So like, and it was. I was like, it was a gleam off to the distance, and I'm like, what is that, dude? And I just see this big pink thing, and I'm like, what is that, a ring pop? What the fuck is that, dude? And I fucking start getting closer. I'm like, oh my god, it's a butt plug. And yeah,
Oh fuck!
not even at.
I don't know
top.
what I'm supposed to do with this quest item. Where the fuck does this go?
Not even take. Yeah.
Oh, you
If
know
this-
where it goes.
If this was in Zelda and Link was like, hey, take this on your quest, it'll help you later. He's gonna be like, fuck that shit, old man. Like, get your ass out of here, dude.
Oh,
Fucking dick. No, that shit was it was a fantastic weekend, but dude, like that was just, I don't know why. That was like a perfect start. And dude, I'm not trying to base all of Jersey on one little like soul experience. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm not shocked. Maybe it's just Cherry Hill area. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
Johnny just looked on like, well, welcome to Jersey.
Pretty much. I was just like, what the? God damn it. And then my buddy's like, I had one buddy, he's like, yo, did you keep it? And I was like, what? I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, first of all, I'm not picking that up. And even if I had to pick that up, there's no way I'm not picking that up, like not unless it's like dog poop style, where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking bag my hand to be like, ugh, and then fucking flip the bed. No. So that was fantastic, Donnie. That was I'm still chuckling about that shit, dude. What did Rob say? On the way home from this time, stop the truck stop that was selling a shirt. Someone in New Jersey hates you. Yeah, exactly, dude. 100%. All right, I think that is plenty enough. As we are after the 2-hour mark, we're probably gonna get our PB slapped.
Yeah,
so
buddy.
let's fucking wrap this diddle up. Heather, if you want to start us off on roll call.
All right, this is Heather, your redhead of the dead, saying I'll eat your brains later.
This is your host with the Ghost Prince of Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, the Ghost Daddy, the Sinister Minister, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you later, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, saying I'll see you bitches next week with Flatliners.
Thank you, Chad Daddy. And this is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds. And remember, stay fresh, cheese.